So you guys ready to do this thing?
Might as well.
The party prayer.
All right, I'm gonna unmute us.
No, don't do that.
Oh God.
At least it's not doing it as a surprise this time.
Yes.
We're unmuted.
What happened?
We're
And
unmuted?
now
Oh damn.
We are
No,
on
you're
the screen.
unmuted.
I'm unmuted.
So-
Who's unmuted?
So my voice is audible.
Apparently
And your
people can
face
hear
is
us.
visible as well.
Oh damn.
Wait, I'm chewing my
yeah,
nails. Don't do it. Dang it. I was chewing my nails.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
That's my line. Good
Fine.
evening and and welcome to this evening's episode of the Riot Sessions, where a bunch of us wonderful streamers, unstreamers, Twitter activists, and video game players of all kinds play some wonderful game called Dungeons and Dragons. You might have heard of it. You might not have. If not, welcome. I am your illustrious DM, Shadowhack90, or Nathan. You can call me. I don't really have a preference either. I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn it over to the wonderful, the amazing person who is hugging a cat at the moment, to tell us a little bit about who she is.
Hey guys, I am Ramsbug, and I'm very sad that Geth is gone. I'll be playing the role of Jeska. She is a Dragonborn cleric. She's a priestess of Bahamut, and she is trying her best to spread goodness to the world and not be violent, which she's very good at being violent, so it's hard. And I guess we'll just go chugga that way to Cody.
Choo choo. Hey guys, I'm Codybedrock 36. I will be playing the human blood hunter Brontor Jordanian, who is currently a little distraught and trying to see what's going on next. So we'll shoot it over to the Blue Ranger.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome. If you're here because you're from my channel, then welcome. This is our D&D session. If you're here for the Riot Sessions, thank you for coming over and checking out the show over here. I'm the Blue Ranger, and I play the role of I almost said Brontor. I'm distraught. I play the role of Dryden. He is a half-orc barbarian, and he, as of right now, is nowhere to be found. So we're gonna see how this plays out, which is strange because as the team's new main hero.
I was hoping you forgot because I was totally gonna steal that underneath you.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Team's new main hero.
I even got the glasses on, ready to go.
You can't steal my ideas. I told him about it a couple days ago. I was like, I'm the new main hero. That's the end of that. Yeah, I took the throne. So anyway, hopefully that all works out, and I'll pass it over to the not main hero, Tonph Underwood.
Hi guys, I'm Shadowcawn. I am playing Tonph Underwood, the supposed murderer of Geth. As it has been, that mantle has been thrust upon me this whole week.
Over again.
Yeah. So, but Tonph's a little halfling ranger. He's taking the death pretty hard. He feels somewhat responsible for what's going on and what just happened. So we'll see what happens. And with that, shoot it back up to the illustrious man himself.
Ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen.
hold on. I gotta Google illustrious real quick. What does that mean?
It doesn't mean what we thought it did.
This is going to be so funny.
It'll be even better if it's like, like a synonym with like impotent or something.
It means tasty.
It's not funny. Moving on.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well known, respected.
Fair enough. For those of you who are watching, you may notice that there is only 4 panels down at the bottom. And to tell you why that is, we're going to pass this once again back down to Shadowcawn to give us that idea of... wow, this is really hard to say in an upbeat voice right now. To tell us what happened last time on the Riot Sessions.
Alrighty. So, last week, or sorry, if we're in the spirit of it, we got to do it right.
I got it.
Last week on the Riot Sessions.
Oh, dude.
The group left Neverwinter on the airship USS Totes Muscroats, and they went northeast in search of Eye of the Allfather. Along the way, Tonph used the divining rod to learn more possible locations of artifacts along the way. As they traveled northeast, they were ambushed by 3 manticores. As one of the manticores thrust down onto the deck, Dryden vaulted onto the back of this manticore and wrenched the head off of the manticore with his trusty axe. In addition, Brontor, using the harpoon gun at the bow of the ship, thrust 2 harpoons straight into the manticore, shish kebabbing the manticore straight into the ground. And Geth, finishing off the last of the manticores with a mad flurry of bullets, sent the manticores to their death. Once at the spine of the world, the group met back with Harshnag. Upon a few minutes of travel, the group discovered the location of the Eye of the Allfather. Upon traveling across the ice bridge to the entrance, the 2 leading the group, Geth and Tonph, triggered a trap. In quick haste, Tonph was able to escape the plummeting stone slab that was hurling down towards the 2. Unfortunately, Geth could not make it. Upon minutes later, the stone slab was lifted back up with the aid of Harshnag and Dryden to reveal the mangled corpse of our beloved comrade, Geth. After a few minutes, some rites were said for our fallen comrade, and we might have gone offline.
We got offline
Yeah.
for some reason.
I think
Blue's not there
dead.
either.
Blue
Oh
died.
no.
Oh damn.
too
Oh
emotional.
damn. Oh no!
Whoa.
Emotion's too high. Crash trim.
I don't know the
Thrusting
party
party?
emote.
No, because there's no bot in chat. The bot's offline now too.
Yeah, I think his thing.
Get it together, Blue.
We literally just lost like all the hosts.
Yeah.
Well, this is turning out a great start.
Let me see if he's texting.
He said
SSD don't fail me.
now. Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Something happened. Can't handle
Can't
it.
handle the thirst.
You just can't handle it.
His computer blue screens.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh damn. He's back online.
It's a quick boot up.
Yeah, SSDs are nice. Oh, balls.
It was at that moment. And
no.
You got lag and you look weird.
It's because my whole computer is firing up right now.
Wow.
That was really
Hi,
fun.
Geth's wife.
Hello.
Mrs. Geth.
Fiance.
Ish.
No.
Wife-ish.
She was muted.
Wife-ish.
I'm not paying any attention.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
Up.
Everyone, this is a quarter of Lindsay. Oh,
There she
there's
is.
Lindsay,
Hey,
hi.
Lindsay.
Let's restore tabs, please.
Yeah.
Almost there.
All right, I'm going back into mute.
Get out of here.
Me too. Wait, what?
So I have no idea. So I'm just going to say we left on the airship. We killed some manticores. Geth died. Because my long, drawn-out
You
emotional one.
forgot freaking Jeska trying to revive the pulp that is...
Yeah, make sure you inform them it's pulp. Like, it's not a mangled corpse. It's just pulp.
Because if it was the corpse, I could have revived him.
And I tried to pour a potion on him. Nothing happened.
You just
I was getting
liquidated
there.
him more.
I was at mangled remains.
Stir him up, drink
He
him.
just
take a
kind of
shot.
washed the blood
And
away.
then I
We should've-
saw that we
we should have
went
taken a shot
offline.
at Geth.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, do I continue?
My favorite thing is that Zach is that guy. He whispered me rip stream. Thanks for being that guy.
All right.
Hang on.
Let me know when we're back up.
I'm gonna go back up in just a moment. Oh, it means I lost the entire intro. Oh well, it's all right.
It's all right. You can splice that later.
No, it failed. I
Oh,
can't.
shit.
When my computer blue screens, it corrupts the video.
Oh, fuck.
It's all good. It's the first 5 minutes. I'm not gonna worry about it.
I was about to say, if you want, I can send you mine.
You missed call on me at our dance party?
No. All right.
My filter is bad.
I fixed all that. Music is going. Okay. I'm gonna hit the button. I'm hitting that button.
Do it.
I'm hitting that button.
Hit it. Thrust
Hit
it.
that button. We're thrusting the button.
Thrust the button, Blue.
Button is thrust.
Moment of silence for Geth.
Moment of silence for
Did you
Geth.
fart? Did you
Candlelight vigil.
Yeah, up and down.
That's all, folks.
Wait, did we thrust it? Did we thrust the stream thrust?
I see stream.
I saw a flicker.
There you go.
We saw stream.
We've
Aha! Stream has been thrusted.
Thrust?
Okay,
All right.
everyone back to sad. Back to sad. For
Back to sad.
Back said. And it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Sorry about that. My computer just blue screened out of nowhere. That's my bad. It's
Yeah.
on me.
It's all right, guys. We're back. Welcome back.
All
All right.
back.
So I'll take it from once we got to the spine of the world, we met back up with Harshnag. We traveled across an ice bridge to the entrance to the Eye of the Allfather. The group was then led by Tonph and Geth, who unknowingly triggered a trap at the entrance to the Eye of the Allfather. In quick reaction, Tonph was able to escape the trap, which was a stone slab falling down above them, but unfortunately, Geth was not able to make it out. After a few moments, Harshnag and Dryden lifted up the stone slab to try and save Geth, but it was found that Geth had turned into mush. There was no discernible part of Geth that remained, except for the mangled part of his metallic hand. Jeska quickly tried to revivify Geth to bring him back. The spell expended, but was met to no avail. Brontor quickly took one of the potions that was given by Roaringham, emptied it on to Geth to see if there was any sort of way of rectifying this horrible circumstance, and it was still found that Geth remained dead. A quick last rites was given by both Dryden and Tonph in memory of Geth, the main hero of our troop, Rat Squad. And it was at this point that we left off last week.
Sponsors?
This week's Riot Sessions is brought to you by All Father's Jelly. Our stone slabs can make jelly out of anything.
No!
And Manticore rugs, when you want style with a touch of fiendish finesse. That's why.
Savage.
Holy.
Wow!
Holy
Oh,
crap.
damn.
Somebody had to get it out of the way.
Two things just happened, by the way. Two things just happened. We learned that Shadowcawn is one morose motherfucker, but we also learned that Rams isn't totally against the Rat Squad thing. She just put the emote in chat. So
Yeah.
Rams isn't against it. Rams loves it. Jeska doesn't like it.
Right, Squab.
So progressing from
Different.
here.
Anyways, we'll take it back to Shadowhack.
Before we keep going, a tip just came in from Zach,
Yay!
who's in chat. Through our
Miss you, buddy.
travels, Geth forgives you. Tonph inspiration. Wait, Geth forgives you. Tonph inspiration goes to Tonph for an amazing memorial to the main hero himself. Good luck in the campaign, everyone. Zach, thanks so much for the time that you've put into this campaign and for playing with us. I'm sorry you met your demise to a stone, but we can't all be the main hero. Yeah. So
Tonph, that is an additional D6 of inspiration dice that you get for the remainder of the session. You can use it. Ooh. You can use it this session only, and that's it. So use it
Cool.
wisely.
I hope you guys are jelly about that.
Oh no! You just made another jelly joke.
Another jelly joke.
And rip the fucking blue screen.
You know, I may hit hours tonight, and we can have a little party. It'll be a jam.
Hey!
I don't know. Is the bot on?
Had to mess with my green screen.
I don't know my thing.
Is there gonna be OJ at the party? I'm tired of polls.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So, a little bit more housekeeping stuff before we actually get into this. You all earn a grand total of 420 experience points for the Manticore battle.
Giggity.
From last week. So you guys
420.
An extra 420 there.
Do you know what mine was the week before that, by the way? Because I didn't actually get my points. I ran out real fast. The last time you gave out experience?
Not off the top of my head, I don't. I can go back. We can go back and look and figure it out later.
Sure.
Okay. So as Dryden, as the rest of you are continuing or are performing your final your final rites, your time of just silent reflection, your memorial, basically to get you're preparing the memorials to Geth. Dryden storms off back across the ice bridge into the blizzard and back towards the ship, and disappears into the night. The rest of you, still at the very entrance to this temple, a very large, gargantuan, 60-foot tall structure with pillars that arc around this kind of entryway here. You just taking your time, kind of processing what happened, what went on. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take one of the bottles that I have, and the pile of corpse that we pulled out. I'm gonna take a small amount and kind of put it into the bottle and cap it off.
Okay.
And keep it.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out my cold liquor and take a couple swigs.
You're gonna what?
Take out my liquor out of my bag. Take a couple swigs of that.
Fair enough.
Let's
Everybody
just
want
stay
some?
here, guys. No, let's just stay here. We don't have to go anywhere. I think we're good. We've done a lot of good things, and I don't think we need to go anywhere anymore.
Well, I'm heading back to the ship.
All right.
We gotta keep moving.
But that bridge is very icy. You may fall.
It's it's wide enough bridge. You guys are fine. Harshnag walked
You're
across it.
quite small. I don't think that you'll be able to keep your footing. Are you sure you want to go? Maybe we can find some sort of harness for you so that you don't fall.
I'll be all right. I start heading back towards the airship.
Okay. Jeska and Brontor, what are you guys doing? You guys gonna start heading back?
I follow Tonph.
Okay.
Ask him if he wants any liquor.
All right. So.
I follow, but very carefully.
All right. So as the three of you turn to walk back across the ice bridge, you hear from behind you the sound of padding feet, and then you hear a
That wasn't
Behind
me, guys.
us.
Behind you.
I take a look around.
That wasn't
Knock
me.
an arrow.
Okay, you knock an arrow, you turn around, and all three of you see a very small child, possibly about 10 years old. Currently standing probably about 30, 40 feet away from you. You're just outside of the the pillar, the arc of pillars, like you're just cresting outside of that. He's standing he's standing there looking down at the goo that used to be Geth. Just kind of stands there. Neil bends down at the knees, takes his hands and just plops them right down into the goo, and
Don't desecrate our friend.
begins just basically washing the cards, basically just getting as much gore on his hands as he can.
I scream, "Hey, get out of there! Get out of there!"
I let go of the arrow right in front of him.
Making it. Oh, right in front of him. Make an attack.
Okay.
I fire up my hammer.
Okay.
24.
Yeah. Right mere inches, like just right in front of him, and not inside the goo that used to be Geth, but right inside of just right outside of it. The kid looks up, this big smile on his face.
It's not funny, kid.
He's dead. And he just kind of looks at his hands and just takes them and just rubs them all on the face and down onto his like leather clothes. It's all dead.
Yeah.
Start running towards him with the intent to push him out of the goo.
As you start running towards him, he turns around and starts booking it the other way. Booking it back inside the temple. Just laughing kind of manically the entire time. And just chanting, "He's dead! He's dead! He's dead!"
Yeah, I know. Thanks for reminding me.
You pursue him?
I hold up and put my hammer in front of
I'm gonna
Ram.
keep chasing
Like,
him.
I don't know if we should go in there.
Brontor, make
He took part of our friend.
Brontor, make a dex check to see. Make a dex check. Make a dex check and make a dex check.
16.
Me as well.
Actually, no. Brontor and Jeska, I need for both of you to roll initiative, just to see who gets off first. Same initiative. Brontor, you notice Jeska just booking it at this point. You actually have to start running after her to even remotely have a chance of like trying to grab her and stop her. And she's just booking at this point.
All right, I'm right behind her, I guess.
Okay.
Until she starts to get towards the temple, I'm gonna try. I mean,
well, you're going.
I guess I can't catch.
I was going to say you guys are going into the temple at this point. You're like walking. Okay. You're now like just past. At this point, you're now just past where Geth's remains are, and you kind of just pass it. And
as soon as I'm past there, I'm gonna cast Find Traps just so I don't run into anything.
Yeah, you cast a spell, and apart from the large stone that is above you, you don't really sense anything else.
Okay.
No physical constructs or traps that have been laid out in this area.
All right, I'm still behind her.
All right, so you guys are still. So both of you are still running in. Tonph, what are you doing?
I'm still into the ship.
Okay, so you turned around and started walking back. Gotcha. Okay.
God, we're gonna split up, guys. This is really scary. Sorry.
All right. Harshnag. Harshnag is kind of watches this happen, and he turns around and heads back and begins walking with Tonph back to the ship. He actually kind of scoops Tonph up and puts him on your shoulder. He scoops you up, Tonph, if you're willing, and places you on his shoulder as he walks back towards the airship.
Yep.
Okay.
If I can get line of sight on this guy, I'm gonna try to do hold person.
Okay. So you keep running in. It is a darker area. The walls are just go straight up, 60 feet easily, and it's an archway at the top of the ceiling. As you both continue to run in after this kid, it gets dark. It gets dark to the point where you lose sight, where you lose just like you kind of see an outline in the front of you, but you just keep hearing his his laugh just echoing all over the hall, and his just little chant of "He's dead, he's dead, he's dead." You keep chasing after him. You make it about 60, 70 feet in before I want both of you to make, believe it is strength saving throws. All right. So, as you're racing in and just kind of chasing after this kid, all of a sudden both of you feel the ground beneath you start to kind of feel not solid, and you look down and you watch as these vines burst through the ground up and begin trying to wrap around you. They managed to get a bit of a grasp around both of you, but you managed to push out with it. Jeska even using some of her fire breath to, like, just a small amount of her fire breath just to start burning it. I need for both of you to make wisdom saving throws. As with this chorus of "He's dead, he's dead," you begin to hear this other voice begin to chant, all right. Jeska, your body freezes in place. Your eyes can still dart around. You can still see that you're in the dark room, but you're stuck. Brontor, you feel somebody encroaching upon the back of into your mind, and you look around and you don't see anything, but your body still remains your own.
I grab Jeska and start dragging her out.
All right, you can move about.
I know this.
You can move half speed, pulling Jeska. Right. So that's probably about 15 feet.
Okay.
As you do, you hear boom, boom, land right behind you, followed by foop, foop, landing right in front of you. Walking out of the shadows, you see in front of you and behind you, you see four very tall, muscular individuals, human by the look of it, all wearing like different warm hides. Some have scars across their face. Most are decorated in some form of like green war paint. That it looks very tribal, very tribal, tribalistic shapes, just kind of painted and tattooed across their faces and their arms and the bit of skin that you can see. Each and every single one of them is wielding some semblance of an axe. And I would like for both of you and everyone to roll initiative.
Everyone?
Everyone?
So I know where you guys are at, and so I know what is going on.
Okay.
Damn, I finally get a good initiative, and I'm not even there.
Now, question: since I'm the ranger, do I still roll it twice, or just do it once? Since I'm not actually like in the fight.
Just once is all I need.
Okay.
Let's get some fight music here.
Question about how I'm frozen. Can I still cast spells at all? Is this just like a physical thing?
I believe you are considered restrained at the moment.
Okay, so I can still mind powers.
Let me double check that.
I've never been restrained before.
Ooh.
Not true.
Oh. Alrighty then.
I'm sorry. You are paralyzed.
What's the difference?
One is terrifying and one is exciting.
I guess that's the difference.
Paralyzed. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated. You cannot speak or move, and the creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Alrighty then.
Awesome.
So, let's get a battle map for you guys, so you guys can see what the fuck's going on here.
This could be real bad. At least you got a healer with you that can't move.
Yeah, that's true.
But to be fair, Brontor hasn't made a really good showing in any battle.
Whoa!
Sorry.
That was your chance.
He did good last time.
And the time before when I killed that blob thing.
You also fell into a pit of electricity.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault.
I mean, it was basically your fault.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't
not
fall into a
used-
pit of
I
electricity.
am not used to this new setup yet.
I didn't fall. I was pulled.
He was forcefully removed from
Potato,
his
potato.
situation.
He was forcefully removed from his safe positioning.
Yep.
I was gonna get that stupid thing, and then I got yanked into the pit of despair.
Yes, Shadowcawn.
I don't know
Tonph.
what you're talking about. I didn't move him at all. There was some bearish barbarian who just hurled his
Excuse
blade
me.
through.
Excuse me. I didn't tie a rope around the damn guy.
I didn't tie it to him either.
All
I
right.
tied it to the thing that wrapped around him.
All right, initiative rolls. What do we got here? Dryden, 19. Good to know. Tonph,
16.
so that's 16. Harshnag with that crispy number 10. Brontor at that 15. And Jeska with that 1. She's at 10. Jeska with 1. All right. Sweet. Not bad.
All right, let's do this. Let's beat the fuck out of these things with our sad rage. Jessica's like gonna rage. Like if she could rage, this would be it.
Fair
you know?
enough. Fair enough.
It's gonna go down if she can move.
Okay, so that's cool. Gotcha. Got it. Cool. Okay. Top of the round. Let's get you guys a battle map so you guys can see what the hell is happening.
Red's God.
Red God. What is that like? That's gone. That's God.
Rat's God.
That's God.
Rat's God.
All right.
That's God.
If you guys want to move your characters into the middle of those 4, that would be fantastic.
I forget how to do this.
I might have to find your character.
What the hell? Oh, jeez.
I can't see. Oh, there's the map. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's this little tiny thing all the way over here.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Hello.
Now, question. I was heading the other direction now, correct?
Yes. With Harshnag.
Yeah. So I guess I'm over on this end.
Don't worry about it. I'll get you guys in a moment here.
Are we
Okay.
in between? Are we between them?
You guys are right in between them, yeah.
Okay.
Let me know. Cool. All right.
I'm a strong, independent woman who doesn't need no man.
All right. So here in a second, so what the fuck's happening?
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
No. You guys a little larger. There we go. Okay. All right. So, Jeska, you are currently paralyzed. So we're going to get you some paralyzation here. Call this paralyzed for right now.
And more. There we go.
There we go. All right. So Jeska's currently paralyzed. So top of the round. You watch as the 4 individuals begin walking up to you and get literally super close. This one, they're all gonna move there. I'm just gonna move there. I'm just gonna stay there. And that's gonna do that. All right. So these 2 are going to make attacks against Jeska, and I believe they get advantage. Is that correct?
Yes, because they're within 5 feet.
And they're automatic criticals as well. So, so basically they're just rolling to hit. So the first one is going to be a grand total of 21 to hit.
16.
So that's a hit on
Oh,
one.
17. 17. I
So
forgot
the
about
first
that.
one was a 21 to hit, and the second one is going to be not that. So, cool. Good enough. All right. So, Jeska, you take a grand total of 21 points of damage from the first guy. As you are just standing there and just you feel an axe just come and just whap right across the back of your head. Boom. Your vision goes dark for a moment, and then you feel Brontor shove you off to the side as a second axe, just right down, like slightly right where you're, just like mere inches from where you were standing beforehand. The other two are going to take shots at Brontor. Okay, so the first one was a 18 to hit Brontor.
That'll hit.
And the second one is going to be a 22 to hit. Okay. So that's D12s. So that's going to be an 11. So first one's going to be 14 points of damage.
Yep.
And the second one is going to be 13 points of damage.
I can't see your health bar, Brontor, by the way.
It's up.
Do you want me to repeat myself?
No, I heard it.
More than 0, but less than infinity.
All right, so Brontor, you took that.
Yeah.
Okay. And you feel as the axes just come slamming into you once, twice. They seem to be hitting with the broadside of their axes, and one hits you into the knee, boom, and you like crush, and like you end up actually going like down onto one knee. The other one goes and whacks you against the back of the head. Once again, your vision as well, just like fading to black for a moment, and you're trying to maintain what's going on. Brontor, you're up. What are you doing?
I'd say, easy, fellas. Do we really need to do this?
Make a make a persuasion check.
Hell no.
You look at all of them, and you kind of just, your eyes are darting up, and as you're there on one knee, you glance up and just shout this out, and they don't really seem to pay mind to it. They don't really seem to pay mind to it, and they don't really give no vocal response. They seem to be pulling back for the next attack.
All right, so all right, I'm gonna get off one knee then.
All right, so that was your bonus action.
What now?
That was your bonus action to shout that.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get up, and then I'm gonna fire up my Crimson Right.
Yeah.
And take a swing at the guy closest to me, which I guess would be.
Yeah. Go for it.
This guy.
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm gonna do that then. Stand by. Oh wait, I'm gonna actually put Blood Curse of the Mutual Suffering on 3 of the guys.
On 3 of them.
Yeah.
Is that using all 3 of your 3 additional?
All 3 of my curses. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna do that.
Yep.
All right. So you're using 3 of your. So you're using 3 of your. So are you using all 4 of your curses?
I'm just using 3 of them. All the 3 that are closest to me.
Okay, the 3 that are closest to you, you're putting Blood Suffering on it. Gotcha.
Yep. Blood Curse of the Mutual Suffering.
That. And that on it. Solid. All right.
And then I'm going to swing with my hammer.
Go for it.
Core, Warhammer, 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
And then I'm going to add D6 plus 3.
Yeah.
That's 5 extra points, so
nice. 17.
Nice. On the first guy, and then I'm going to do it again.
All right, go for it. Same guy?
Yeah, same guy. 12 to hit.
12 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, and so they all take that 17 damage due to the suffering, or is that no? Or is it's damage dealt to you, isn't it?
Let's see.
It's damage dealt to you.
Dealt to me, it does it back to them. Yeah.
Okay, so that guy takes that damage. So as you're standing there, and have just pushed Jeska out of the way, you watch as she just gets slammed. You get dropped down to one knee. You bounce back up, activating your hammer. The divine or the blue energy sparkling as forms the head of the hammer. You go and swing once, boom, just catch him right in the side of the ribcage. You go to swing a second time, but he, surprisingly with more speed than you were expecting, darts back out of the way. and it looks like he's getting ready to pounce back in for his next round of attacks. This brings us to these guys.
And can I tell Jeska my how many hit points I have?
Or
can I tell her I'm getting low?
Just tell her. You shout over something along the lines of like, "Well,
That
healing
hurt.
would help,"
I need healing.
or something.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because you as a
Hashtag
character
Overwatch.
don't know what you as a character don't know what hit points are.
Right. Yeah.
You just feel these bruises and welts like beginning to build on your skin. All right.
So after my attack, I go, Jeska, just so you know, that last attack hurt.
fair enough.
It looked painful.
She can't respond.
Right. It's okay.
Her
Just in
eyes
case
are
she can-
her eyes are just
in case
darting
she can hear
around.
me.
This brings us to the shaman's turn.
No.
Brontor, I need you. Yeah. Brontor, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
9.
Okay, so as you're standing there and you just you chat over to Jeska and telling her that you need healing or something, you feel your body freeze in place
Shoot.
and you can't move either. So you two are paralyzed now.
Cool.
This brings us to Jeska. What are you doing?
How do I get out of this?
How do you break? You believe you make another wisdom saving throw.
We can do that once per round, correct?
Yeah, in order to try and break it.
I'm in this like sad haze. I can't even.
Between the death of your friend Geth and between just watching this child just run and just desecrate his remains and just spread it all over his face, and now being in the midst of what could possibly be described as one of the worst scenarios you could have imagined, you can't force yourself to move or break free.
Is saving throw an action or what?
It would constitute as your action, yeah.
Okay, so for bonus action, I'm gonna do healing word.
Okay.
Can I speak?
You cannot speak.
Son of a bitch. Was healing word an actual word? Like I have to say something? Let me see here.
It's probably a verbal.
Healing word is verbal.
Creature of choice. It says you see within range.
It's verbal.
You have to utter the
Components
spell.
V. Components V, so it's verbal.
Fuck a nut. And my divine is an action.
Fuck a nut.
That's a good one. I like it.
All I can do right now, I'm gonna. Oh, fuck.
Holy frankenfucks. Snakes.
Hold on. I know I can do something. It's not verbal.
It's not verbal.
So V literally means verbal. All my bonus actions are verbal.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, no.
So you're kind of
That's bad.
just SOL right now.
Yeah, fuck.
Good thing I'm with the healer.
Oh, man.
And we have no idea what's going on.
None.
Yeah. Well, you guys never told us.
Nope.
With the earpieces.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
even say anything, so.
Well, yeah, now you can't.
What? From the beginning, I couldn't. Come on.
Do we physically have to
Yeah,
hit the
there's
button for them to
literally-
hear us?
Literally nothing that I can do.
All right, so that's it.
There's literally nothing I can do.
All right.
Most
Okay.
of my shit's verbal. She
Okay.
likes to talk.
All right, fair enough. All right, this brings us to the top of the round. The individuals walk up. All four of the individuals walk up to you, and as you're frozen there, yeah.
God damn it.
Yep. Surprisingly, no.
It's a lot of dice rolling.
Okay. So, so to Jeska, that is going to be a grand total of 18, 22 for the first hit.
God damn it.
For the sake of brevity on this, because this, regardless, this is going to hurt for both of you. Both of you watch as these hulking individuals in tribal paint and hides walk up to you, and they take their axes, and all you know and watch and see is as they just do as each of them does one swing aimed right at your heads, you brace for the inevitable end, and blackness takes you. That's where we'll leave that. Tonph and Dryden.
Yep.
Tonph, you're currently riding on Harshnag's shoulders back across the across the ice bridge, and anything you would like to speak with him or say to him as you
actually, yeah. I actually meaning to talk with Harshnag.
Yeah.
The Black Scepter.
The Black Staff.
Black Staff, that's what I said. Black Staff. How well do you know her?
Pretty well. She was the one who originally assembled Force Grey. She was the one who brought me and my friends together and basically set us loose upon the land in hopes that we could protect it, save Waterdeep from some pretty bad creatures and monsters and dragons that were, making their way towards it.
And how well connected is she?
And she's probably one of the best sorceresses I know.
Got it.
If not the best in the land, just underneath the Silverhand herself.
All right. That's good enough for me. And let's make it back to the ship.
Okay, so you're walking back to the ship. Dryden.
Yes.
Where did you go?
I ran.
You fucking
ran.
I just fucking ran.
Ran so far away.
Did you run to the ship? Did you run? Where did you go?
I ran to the woods. I ran to something that I could hit, something that I could break. Dryden doesn't know what to do.
Okay, so you run to...
He's basically like a drunk 12-year-old who just found out that everything he loved is gone.
Fair enough. So you run... So on the other side, there are woods. There, the airship landed in a clearing. So you run to the woods, and you just run. You don't know how far you run. You don't know how long you run. But you just run until you find trees, and you just start taking out your rage, just your emotions just on these trees, whether it's using the axes and throwing them as hard as you can at them and then burying themselves into the trunks of the trees, or just taking hell and negotiation and just in both hands just swinging them at anything that just you could hit and throw. It's eventually you come down. Eventually you kind of exhaustion. Like you don't know how long you hit for. You don't know how long this happens. I would like for you to make a perception check.
Oh, Lord. I'm not good at those. Baby with the best.
As your rage and as your rage and a moment just begins, like a wave of exhaustion just kind of comes over you, and you're just standing there breathing heavy in the snow, your breath coming out in mist form just in front of your face. You hear voices. Farther off, just a little farther off in the distance.
In the way I was going or back?
Behind you. They do not sound like voices that you recognize.
I turn and I just go.
Okay.
Because I don't know, like, literally at this point I have no my responses are reactionary.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You just gotta tell me what you're doing. That's all I need to know.
Well, I'm clarifying that I'm not just like
you're not.
Hey, I know there's stuff going on back there, and, you know. So
I gotcha.
my Dryden is just reactionary.
Yeah, I gotcha.
At this point.
So you turn around and you begin quickly rocking, or are you just kind of just going?
No, I'm fucking.
Okay, you start booking. Okay.
Yeah, I'm booking.
So you start booking, just in the direction that you hear these voices. You race through the woods. You race through the woods, and you still hear the voices. As you're racing, you see tracks that seem to be walking, that are like in the snow, and they seem to be kind of walking perpendicular to the direction you're running. They look like human tracks, or humanoid tracks.
I follow them.
Yeah. Okay.
At pace.
Yeah. Okay. You just keep running and chasing after or just following these tracks. Just your mind set on needing to do something. As you're racing, these individuals are not trying to be quiet. They're not trying to be stealthy. They're just going. They're just talking, and as they're a little farther away, but you're at, and you still don't see them, but you can hear their voices, and you hear them having this conversation. It's a good thing we brought that one along. Glad he was able to get glad those traps were able to get set. Did you hear that loud boom about 20 minutes ago? Yeah, I heard it. Hopefully they're dead. Hopefully anyone that was following us is dead. They'll think twice about entering that place. That's ours. That's rightfully ours. Yeah, it is. At this point, they come into view, and you see two humanoid individuals just walking, leather skins from what you can see. One has very blonde hair. The other one has brown hair. Their backs has turned to you. They do not seem to have noticed you at this point, and you are just booking it.
I pull out my hand axe and I throw it into the back of the head of the blonde-haired man.
Make an attack.
10 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm assuming because I didn't say it, but we kind of clarified I'm raging.
You're raging.
Okay, so they'll hit, and that'll be 11 damage.
You just watch as his body just crashes down into the snow. The other turns around, what the? And just goes to reach for an axe. You still have a surprise on him, so what are you doing?
I'm tackling him to the ground. I have movement. I tackle him to the ground.
You just go ahead and make a strength check. Strength check.
Oh, that's a saving throw. Ignore that. I'll take the 15.
So as you go to
I have advantage.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Strength check.
Because you're raging.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
I gotta tell you every week.
I know. Then I remember for the rest of the week, but I gotta get told once. Yeah.
So you go racing at this man, and you just jump like. As he turns and like looks in your direction, it's almost like a giant bear is just bearing down on him and has leaped into the air. He drops down. Instincts for him seem to take over. He drops down to all fours and just rolls out of the way. You land in the snow on all fours. Your head snaps over to where he's at. He's currently there, kind of on a 3-point, grasping a hand or grasping an axe at his side. Who the fuck are you? Roll initiative.
I already did, didn't I?
Nope. That was your surprise round. I would like for you. This is specifically between you and him. I want to see who gets it first.
Oh yeah. I like this. Oh no! I go second.
He says who the fuck are you, and he just leaps at you, and just you watch as he brings a axe that comes cleaving right at your side. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Boom! You just as he ends up swinging, trying to cleave straight through you. You just reach up, kung, and just catch the blade directly in your hand. What are you doing? His face goes from like rage to shock to fuck.
I catch the blade in my hand and I look at him and I go, "You're gonna be really pissed you found out." And I would like to try, since I have it in my hand, to literally pull the axe from his hand.
Yeah, strength check it.
Which I have advantage on because I'm raging. But it doesn't matter because I quit that shit.
You just rip it from his hand and he's just like, ah! What do you do?
I grab him, I throw the axe and grab him both hands around the neck and pick him up. I take him, I've got him. I turn his head just a little bit to look at his dead friend bleeding in the snow. And I say, "You want to end up like him?"
Make an intimidation check.
With advantage, please?
Yeah, with advantage. This is how this all is set up. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Bam!
Back-to-back crits. Amazing.
Apparently, Dryden needs to have life traumatizing events more often.
He's like trying to shake his head no, but like you have such a firm grip on his throat that's like he has like his face is starting to go like blue and purple at this point.
So I take him, I put him on the ground, kind of choke slam style, like not super.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But
it's into a snowbank. Just snow erupts everywhere.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, "What traps? Who did you want to kill?"
Anyone that was following us.
Who might have been following?
Other clans, other people who came here searching for treasure, or to speak with the oracle of these lands.
Who's the oracle?
I don't know. Someone shrouded in mystery.
Well, what do you know about the oracle? What you say you don't want people talking to this oracle, but you know what this oracle is clearly.
We know that there's an oracle that resides in the shrine. I've never seen him before in my life. But
what is this? Do you know what this oracle is capable of?
Great wisdom, great power, can guide you even in your darkest times, so the legend says.
All right. You've been very, very, very helpful. And I'm sorry about your friend. And I take out a javelin and I put it straight through his forehead.
Blood just spills out the back coating this very pure white area. This crimson.
I pick up his body. I take the javelin out of the head.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up his body by the neck. Walk to the closest tree.
Yeah.
Hold it up to the tree, and take the javelin and put it back through his head.
Okay.
And just hang him on the tree.
Okay.
I do the same to the other one. I leave those javelins behind, and I start heading back to the shrine.
Fair enough. All right. You begin heading back to the shrine. You catch Tonph and Harshnag as they are just making it to the airship at this point.
Okay.
So you begin booking back towards the shrine, and it takes you a few minutes to find where the where the airship marks the beginning to the bridge that leads across. But as you get to the airship, you see as Harshnag and Tonph riding on Harshnag's shoulder. Very small, very hard to make out, but you can tell just by the voice that's kind of permeating through the snow. That he's there.
So I just everything I got, run at him.
Okay. You just run at
them as soon as they're in earshot.
Yeah.
Or whenever so how far? Like when I get to them.
You get to them. Yeah.
I get to them, and the first thing, where the hell are the other two?
They ran off. Some kids started messing with the remains of Geth, and they followed him into the entrance. I don't know.
Do you know anything about oracles?
I have no idea.
What about Harshnag? Do you know anything about oracles?
A little bit, but nothing. Not much. They were said to have good power and be able to be able to actually, answer questions.
There's apparently an oracle inside of that building. I just killed 2 people, 2 men, 2 humans who had intentionally trapped that place in order to keep other clans out of it. There's great coveted power within there. They are not safe.
With that, I use the earpiece and I yell to Jeska and Brontor. Jeska, Brontor, are you guys still there?
No response.
Sorry.
Fuck. All right, Dryden, we gotta go in
Stop.
there.
I'm just running. The second he doesn't get a response, I'm already gone.
Yep.
Because I'm still all hopped up on Mountain Dew, man.
Yeah, you're just running. Harshnag turns around, scoops you up, and just starts booking back across. Boom, 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 back across the bridge.
All right.
So
this is the same entrance where Geth was.
Yeah.
Smushed.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, will we have any sort of preemptive knowledge since we know that trap's there? Can we kind of?
I'll say that since you know where it's at and since you're aware of it, you're able to kind of finagle around it. And Harshnag literally just even if it did drop, Harshnag just would have just thrown his arm up and just stopped it as much as he could.
Okay.
In Roll20, I got a yellow dot on me, and I don't know why. Maybe that's a marker for you, or maybe it's old. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I gotcha. All right. Thanks for the heads up on that. I'm gonna make you guys a little larger so you guys can actually,
Is that not his rage mark?
No, that's the bless mark.
Oh, he's not blessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you two make it back towards the shrine area, and you begin to circumnavigate these areas. You begin walking. Harshnag puts you both down onto the ground just past where Geth perished, and just past that area. I'm going to move some things around here.
Okay. How well lit is this area?
It's not super well lit. It is fairly dark.
All right. I'm gonna throw my cowl on.
Yeah.
So I've got dark vision.
Okay.
I already have dark visions, so.
Fair enough. Okay, so, one moment here while I just move some things around. These guys here.
And then as we're going in, I'm gonna have an arrow knocked ready to go. I'm gonna be.
All right. So Jeska, you're down to 10. Brontor, you are at 10 as well. Good to know. And the last little thing I need to finish up here. Sorry guys, sorry about this.
It's all good. I hope everyone's enjoying the show. By the way, I'll take a quick moment while he's doing this to point out that with a great deal of pride, I'd like to announce that all 4 of the streamers on here right now have gotten affiliate status on Twitch.
Woo!
Which is a really awesome thing. And so what we've decided to do is throw bit cups, and everyone except Rams, who isn't a streamer. Otherwise, I'm sure she'd be partnered and famous by now. We all decided to put our cups. These are active live bit cups behind us. So if you feel that a streamer or any of the characters or the DM does something really cool and you want to throw some hype at them, you can. I've got a command !bits in chat. It's got the other 3 guys listed out. You can go to their channel, throw bits. It'll come up live on this stream. I just want to take a moment to point that out. I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of this channel and not this channel, this series that we've been doing. And I just think it's a really cool thing that we got bits now. So yeah. All right. That's all.
Okay.
Little plug.
Yeah. I like it. Cool. Okay. So
You can just send me money.
Right. Here's
money.
my phone number. Just wire it to me.
Okay. So, let me get Harshnag in here as well, so you guys have Harshnag with you.
Harshnag,
Where is he? He is... There you are. Sexy beast you. Cool. This is what happens when there's a lot of tokens on the field. All right, so Dryden, Tonph, and Harshnag. God, he takes up so much space.
I didn't want to be on the screen anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so Dryden, Tonph, and Harshnag. As you begin kind of progressing on, you pass where Tonph, or you pass where Geth lost it.
But I can't detect traps. But before we go any further,
Yeah.
Because I'm now, just so you know, after last week, I'm a little bit on edge, especially with this particular cavern.
Fair enough.
I'm going to use Danger Sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check for traps though.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so
I mean, I don't. Well, I don't have that. Is that a thing you can just check for?
You can just check for them.
Oh, I thought it was like a spell or something. Well, I'm doing Danger Sense.
You can perceive and then roll for it. I can just do it with my
Yeah,
spell.
she just knows. We have
Gotcha.
to perceive if they're there.
Gotcha.
So we
well, I got
may or may
Danger
not know
Sense,
either.
so I don't know if Danger Sense might give me. Oh, never mind. Tom's got it under control. I'm gonna let it go. Holy shit! Look at all those crits on the screen right now.
that's right.
That's 3 crits in a row.
So many
My
fucking crits.
Just to point this out, the only non-crits up there were advantage rolls. So if we didn't roll the advantages, that's 3 crits in a roll. That's 3 natural 20s in a row.
I would like to point out, I love how the dice drive the narrative in this game, because literally they are, it's working perfectly tonight. So
I love how Geth didn't get any crits last week.
he's
He didn't
dead.
hit a 10, I don't think.
Yeah. All right. So, Tonph, as you're checking for traps, you check. You perceive. You look around. You notice where the large stone slab that dropped out of the ceiling is, and you look for what the possible portion and trip might be. You surprisingly don't see anything that really, catches your eye. It looks like it is. You do see 2 latches that are like kind of just holding it in place at the moment, and that they are not. They don't seem like there doesn't really seem to be any way to move them. They seem like they are just stuck in place at this point. Dryden. You take a moment, and as both of you, Tonph and Harshnag are walking into this cavern and into this, surprisingly,
I'm still under the impression that I'm walking.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As you are charging, I'll say it that way. As you are charging into what is not an actual cavern, but more what looks like very fine crafted, a very fine crafted hall. Where the ceiling is easily 60 feet high, with an arching stonework that just seems to run the length of this hallway. Something catches your senses. You like, as you're running, you catch this whiff and the smell of blood. You catch the whiff and smell of individuals that haven't showered in quite some time. And you also hear the mutterings of somebody farther forward. But you continue charging in. And as you do, you get probably about 40 feet in, I believe. But keep running. So you get farther and farther in, and you hear about probably a little farther in front of you. You hear just a voice just kind of shouting like, "All right, get those 2 up. Gotta wake them up. We need them for this next room." Jeska and Brontor. You feel this coldness just erupt over your faces as you end up sitting up. and you just cough. You're just coughing as snow is just thrown onto your face. Your hands and feet are both bound. Are now bound. Brontor, your staff is your staff, that is your hammer, is currently in the hands, or is currently hanging at the belt of another individual, of one of the individuals in front of you. The scene that kind of unfolds before you is these gigantic 60-foot doors in front of you that are just encased in ice, and you see some of these humans just working, like taking fire and just trying to like melt the ice along these parts of the door. You see another human, larger and a little beefier than the others, who currently has like a who's holding what looks like a leash of some form, and then you hear your head snaps to the other side, and you see what appears to be white scales, elongated, with a tail, and some creature that's walking on all four limbs, an extended maw. And as it breathes out and you hear this growl, you just watch as frost just comes up from where it's where you think its maw is. And out of the darkness you can see two glowing eyes of just pure yellow. You hear a from next to you. And you see, laying on the ground next to you, Brontor. Jeska, you don't have visual on this, but you hear it. Brontor, you see, laying on the ground next to you, at the bottom of these stairs, a tiefling individual. Horns that kind of come back up and crest back down the back of his skull and his head. Brown hair. He appears to be wearing very, very simple robes, or very simple, like just kind of cloth clothing. Kind of baggier pants. You see what looks to be he too is also restrained by these metal manacles that are currently like wrapped around, or that are currently like around both his legs and his feet. You see what appears to be a chain that kind of loops down from where his belt is, and on that chain is just laying on the ground is a book of some form. He coughs again, and I'd like to bring in our new character into the game.
Sorry, I couldn't do it any longer than that. I did do the Rick roll, but only for a second.
Love it. Love it. All right.
Yo.
Hi.
Welcome back.
I look over. I say, hey, buddy.
Where am I? Where am I?
I don't know. Hey, it's okay.
Who are you?
Easy, buddy.
What?
I'm your friend.
Oh, is this?
I'm your friend.
Them? Oh,
Is this who?
It is.
Who is it?
You who's what?
Exactly.
You wouldn't have.
What are y'all guys saying over there?
Shut
I'm
up!
trying to get him to talk to
Speaking
me.
sentences.
Hey, you! Shut up! You're not.
I'm trying to.
You're not. This
guy's bothering me.
This is to all of you. This is to all of you.
Oh.
The humanoid individual who has that, like, who's holding that leather strap, just yells at all of you and says, "Shut up! You're needed in the next room."
I ask him, who are you?
Hey, you wouldn't happen to be Brontor, would you?
No.
Yes, he's Brontor.
No, that's
Forever.
not my name. That's not my name.
That's not my name.
You're Brontor? Then you must be Jesba.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
read
Jesba.
about you guys. I
Do you
read
have a
about
list?
you guys.
Do you have a lisp?
A lisp? What's a lisp?
No, her name's Jesba.
No, I'm Jeska.
You got that?
Jeska.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
lisp.
Jesba.
Oh no, I don't have a lisp.
Who were
there
you
is-
just talking to?
You
Were
hear
just
this.
talking to
You
somebody
hear
in
the
your brain?
you hear the claws creaking forward, or like just clacking forward on the stone floor, as the human individual who has very very blonde hair with 2 streaks of white going down the side of his along his temples, just gives a yank on the leather, and you hear as just these claws just come stalking towards you, and you watch as emerging out of the shadows this lizard, this longer lizard than what you're expecting, with a very extended jaw or extended snout, just kind of walks forward, and with every breath it breathes, there's just this this mist that just kind of comes out from its mouth. It stalks right up to your feet, Brontor, and
easy, buddy.
And takes a snaps and takes a snap at your feet.
Hey, white scaly's back.
It just
Hi,
it begins stalking around you. Dryden and Tonph.
I say, who's a good boy?
Dryden and Tonph, as all three of you are just continuing to race in, you hear just this individual just yell, "Shut up!" And he's maybe about 50 feet in front of you.
I yell, "Not today," and I throw a javelin.
Everyone roll initiative. Let's go.
I've got my arrow knocked ready to go.
I had a feeling.
Well, I'm not first.
So 14.
Question mark.
Gotta love them question
marks.
Marks.
All right, initiative rolls here.
All
right, we have top of the round. Wow, Jeska. Damn.
Jeska going first.
She's upset.
There's no
She's
one to
very
heal.
upset.
There's no one to heal yet.
Yeah, both Bronbor and Jeska are down to 10. So.
Yeah. Tom,
I can't wait to hear my name. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Dryden.
I'm hoping I'm
Dribbles. Dribbles.
Two.
12.
Your toots.
Toots.
Right in. And then
Toots. Gotta love them toots.
Wait. I say I throw a javelin. So I go last now, even though I started the whole thing?
Hold on,
You
give me a
get
second.
that 'cause it's a surprise
Hold
round.
on.
Don't make any sense.
Tooty booty, fresh and tooty.
Up on Mountain Dew.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Oh, I need to put this back in the fridge.
Better shut up, Chip.
Turn up.
I'm gonna be on you like a spider monkey.
You're gonna break us like wild horses, aren't you?
That's what we named a Walker in Texas Ranger, not Dr. Quinn in medicine.
Dear 8 pound, 6 ounce, Lord baby Jesus. Guide us in our quest to avenge our fallen foe.
All right, so surprise round. Gotta roll for harsh. Not bad.
Now, do we get a surprise round also?
No, you guys don't. Only Dryden, Tonph, and Harsh Knight get.
We are yet, okay?
I mean, I kind of knew they were coming, but
Yo, listen, but really, Rad Squad? Yeah, you don't even know what that is. Get out of it. No,
Squad.
don't do that. You it. You can't do it.
Hey,
All right.
guy with the chain book, get out of
Let's
here.
show you what you're looking at. Let's show you what you guys are looking at here, and let's get you
No,
guys.
all you know is Rab Squad.
Rad Squad.
Web
Rab
squad.
Squad.
Grabs Bob.
Web Squad.
Yeah, that's Rab Squad.
Make an emote of Zach's face and just make it Rab Squab.
Jeska and Brontor, you guys are not paralyzed anymore, but you are restrained at the moment.
She likes it better that way. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Lord.
All right. So we'll make sure that you guys can be fully restrained here.
I said, hey, guy with the book, what's your name?
And guy with the book, you are also restrained as well. So we're gonna make that restrained.
Guy with the book, can you hear me?
Make that restrained.
Oh,
That's you, yeah, with the chain book.
me.
What's your name?
All right, you guys are restrained.
Lucis.
He's
Your name's Deuces?
He's down
Lucis.
here.
Nice
Lubus.
to
Lubus.
He's here.
Lubus.
He's
Lubus?
here.
Sure.
He's up here.
Yeah, alright, cool.
And
I'm running the show now.
Tiefling.
Wait, you are?
What can you do?
All right, hold on. Hold your horses.
Jesus. Yeah, but look at Rams like, hey, what are your abilities? What is your HP?
All
Can
right.
you do something?
Are
Dryden.
you hurt? Are you hurt?
All right, so Tonph, you're going to be behind him.
Don't
know.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jeska.
All right, Dryden. Dryden
Yes.
and Tonph, you guys have a surprise round. What are you doing?
Yes.
Shooting the fuck out of some people.
Go for it.
Throwing a javelin.
Yeah.
Who goes first?
Hold on, does Harsh have a surprise round?
He will as well, but we're starting with Dryden and Tonph. What are you guys doing? You guys got a surprise round here.
I'm gonna let Dryden go first since he threw the spear and kind of initiated.
Gotcha.
And then I'll go.
Cool. All right.
I have two spears left, or two javelins left that
Yeah.
both travel more than the distance I need to.
Yeah.
So, from the looks of it, if I zooms in here a little bit,
Yep.
We got. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, there's dude. Do I know about these dudes over here?
You're attacking this guy right here. Is you're attacking?
What? Right, you're gonna have to.
Sorry, you're attacking this guy.
This guy?
Yeah, the one right next to the three.
He's currently standing above them. Like they're he's on an incline on like the steps, and they're laying on the ground.
So I throw both my javelins.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Hit and 9 to hit.
What was the 18 will hit, 9 will not.
But he
Okay.
gets advantage as a surprise round, right? Or is that another thing?
Eh,
I don't think it.
no.
I think
I
it
get
should
it.
be advantage.
I'm gonna go with
Good try.
no. So nice try, but no.
So I got 6 damage.
Nice.
18 to hit.
So you as you're just racing forward, you let out a giant belly. You just take the javelin, boom, just chuck it as hard as you can, and it boom, slams into his shoulder. He looks up. All right, so y'all want to play? And he just reaches up and just breaks the javelin off. He actually pulls the javelin out of his shoulder, twirls it, and just smacks the second one as you out of the air as it just comes flying directly at him. He just smacks it out of the air. Tonph, you're up.
Bonus
Okay.
action.
Yep, go for it.
Bonus action. My head leans down a little bit. I look up, like up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking good."
Tonph, you're up.
All right. Do I see the guys to my side?
Make a perception check. I'll make this your bonus action here.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
7.
No.
Okay, so I'm just focused on the one straight ahead.
You're focused on. I mean, you see this person right here. You see the worm, or you see the the scaly lizard white thing that's just currently clamping down on the ground. You do notice all three individuals currently laying on the ground at this moment. And then you also see 2 individuals up at the doors, and you see the one individual who Dryden just let a javelin loose at.
Okay. I'm going to. We'll do Hunter's Mark
Yeah, go for it.
on the javelin guy.
Yeah.
So Hunter's Mark.
All
I'm
right.
gonna do
Sweet.
Ensnaring Strike
Cool.
on. So Ensnaring Strike at 2nd level, and we're gonna do Sharpshooter with it. So
Cool. Go for it.
Yeah, come on.
okay, now I have a question. Since it's a surprise round, do I still have advantage? Because he hasn't taken an action yet.
Yeah. What's the advantage from?
It's the hunter's thing.
Oh
The-
yeah. That's right. Yeah. He has
The first time before anybody takes an action, I get advantage.
I
on one
forgot.
shot.
That's also a rogue thing too. Yeah. You got that.
Okay, so Ensnaring Strike. So here's advantage with. Oh wait, I get one more. All right,
Does he roll
so
a 1? Yep.
Because he luckied it. Yeah.
yep. So that's it. A
All right.
12 to hit.
12 to hit. 12 a miss. You
Okay.
take the arrow. You take the arrow. Just let it fly. You watch as it bursts into this tangle of nets, but he's faster than you were expecting, and he just ducks down. He ducks down, lets out
Just
this,
like that. That shout, just like that.
lets out this horrible, very doggish scream that you
Shrill.
were not expecting, and just ducks right under it as the ensnaring strike just embeds itself completely against the staircase. He looks up at you and says, "Oh, you brought more. Good. I was looking for a fight.
All right,
This was getting
and
boring. Okay.
I'm gonna take my second shot with freezing shot
Yeah.
and do the same. Oh, okay. So this will be with the advantage. So another one. Oh my goodness. What is it doing? All right, so
You're rolling like that.
yeah, I know.
Same thing. You just fire the arrow and it just goes and he just at this point he just reaches up and just knocks it out of the arrow again with the javelin that Dryden embedded in his shoulder. This brings us to Harshnag's turn. He's going to advance a little bit. He does notice some individuals that you two didn't, and he is going to try and cover your guys' flank. And you watch as he just takes both his arms, without even drawing his axe, and just begins reaching and grabbing for things at a ledge about 20 feet up on both sides. Yep. Hell no. Yeah. Okay. So he reaches and you hear this. Ah! What the? And as you watch as Harshnag just brings 2 individuals in his hands, who just are currently like struggling against it. He goes to reach for a third one with one of his hands that seems to. You hear a grunt and miss. You watch as he.
Your mic's out.
Shit.
Your connection is doing that whole thing.
Well, fuck. Let me know when it's back.
I mean, it sounds better now. Go,
Try
yeah, just
Discord,
open up,
too.
just open up your door and say, "Yo, off the internet, bitches."
There's nobody here.
I'm sure
It's
that'll go
just
over
me.
smoothly. It's
kind
you.
It's just me here. That's it.
I was gonna say you could try seeing how Discord goes too.
Well, last time this happened, my audio fucked
better.
up hard. Okay,
It's better.
that's fine. Okay, so we'll go with that then. Okay, so you would just watch as Harshnag reaches and grabs a few individuals from a ledge that's 20 feet up that you didn't notice beforehand, and he just takes both of them. He takes the 2 that he grabs, lifts his arms up in the air, and just slams them down onto the ground as hard as he can. Where is my monster manual? Nope, that's
Get
not
him.
It's gonna be
Get him,
insane.
Harshnag.
Yep.
Do it.
That is going to be a lot of damage. Harshnag's 20 at an additional 3, so he takes. So they're gonna take 3d6 worth. Oh no, 4d6 worth of bludgeoning damage.
46.
So they each take 12 damage as they just come slamming down behind Tonph. And you got the shaman as well, so each takes grand total of 12 damage. Solid. Okay. This brings us to
What was the damage count it cut off?
12 to both of them. All right, this brings us to the top of the initiative round. Harshnag, he's going to just go and stomp on them. They both take 19 points of damage as Harshnag's feet just boom, boom, and just goes stomping on top of them. All right, this brings us to Jeska.
Yeah. So she's gonna do her bonus action first, which is Healing Word.
Gotcha.
So let's roll that. And she's gonna do it at 2nd level.
Yeah.
And she's doing it to Brontor, of course.
Okay. Cool.
If I were to ask the tiefling how he feels, is that a bonus action or an action, or is that free?
I'll give that to you as free.
Hey tiefling, are you doing okay? How do you feel?
What's okay?
Do you need any healing?
Oh, healing. No.
Okay.
All right.
I like this.
No,
guy.
not you. She's talking to me.
I don't like this guy.
So he
That's
gets
some great
God,
healing.
2 fails. How am I rolling so bad tonight? Hey baby. He gets 6, and then I get to hug my baby.
Yeah, you do.
Bonus so that was my bonus action. My action is going to be I'm going to call Vanellope out
Yeah.
to start wrecking some face. Get my spiritual guardian out here. This is Vanilla Bean. No. Hi. Vanilla Bean. Mommy just crit failed twice.
Bring out the guardian. See.
Either you sure or you don't. Make it matter?
Alright. Where are you placing it?
Let's see here. Let's do like. Can I grab it yet? No, I can't. Can we just go like right here?
Yeah.
Like close to me, but try to get Dryden in there at least.
There you go. Okay, you should be able to grab it as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. The shadow just like, what the fuck is he doing?
Alright. So we got Vanilla Bean out there. And it's at the start of their turns, is that correct?
Yeah, at the start of their turn. I don't think it happens immediately. Let me just double check. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Spirit Guardian, let me just make sure. First time, yeah. It's the first time they enter it, and then at the start of their turn.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, so first time that they enter it. So so let's get that aura up if we can, so we can see where the hell everyone's
I put
at.
it on my screen. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah, but it's there. Okay.
I need to be in it, so I'm gonna at least scoot him over to where I'm in it.
I can see it. That's all that matters. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. All right. Is that all you're doing, Jeska?
Yep, and
Cool.
then I get some healing back from my healing spell because
you
I'm
do.
awesome.
Cool. All right.
Plus.
All right. This brings us to Tonph. You're up.
Cool. Now, question. Since they haven't gone yet, do I still have advantage? This is up to you.
I'm gonna go with no on this one because it's more of a like you're getting surprised. Like it's more like that idea of surprising them and surprise attack.
Okay.
And since
That's fine.
you already got that on their first round on the surprise round.
All right. And I see these guys next to me, I assume?
You see Harshnag literally just like stomping on them right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to let them be. And I'm going to keep...
Yeah. Harshnag's currently in, like, as you kind of glance, you just watch as he's just lifting up his leg just to keep stomping on him.
Now, I assume they're pretty much prone?
Yeah, they're prone.
I'm going to slide away from them then.
Yeah.
A little bit forward. And then I'm just going to throw some more arrows at...
Maybe down here.
What's his face?
Okay. So you're throwing yeah, you're good. Okay, go ahead.
That's kind of what I figured I'd ask. So, Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
Will be the first one. And so let me roll for... This is just level 1.
All right.
And so... 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And he's Hunter's Mark. And then this one is just going to be a regular bow attack, but with Sharpshooter.
Okay.
So... 22 to hit
That'll
with
also
Sharpshooter. All right, so that'll be, and then he has to roll a 13 Dex, I believe, or Strength.
I think it's strength.
Yeah.
Yep, strength.
Yep, 13 Strength.
He rolls an 11.
So he
Oh wait,
fails.
strength. Strength it is. Is that correct?
Yes, must succeed a Strength saving throw.
I lied. It's a 13. Sorry.
Well, that'll still.
It's if he makes it, it doesn't affect him.
Well, fuck him. That's all
He
I gotta say.
just makes it.
All right, so 11 plus 17 plus. So that's 20. 37 damage.
Okay, total. Nice.
Yep.
So you just fire off your arrows, and they one just completely spreads over him, but he manages to bust out of it. The other ones just just kind of begin to like kind of pepper like across his shoulders, and you're watching as like scratch marks are getting made. Nothing really seems to be like no arrow seems to like really be embedding in him, but like he's taking damage from what you can see. All right. Anything else, Tonph?
Nope.
All right. Brings us to Brontor. You're muted.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm looking at this lizard thing in front of me, right?
Yeah. You're also restrained.
Right. Is there a way that I could get my arms around his head? Like, will it fit? Or is his head too large for around my arms?
You can certainly try. It's not like super. It's not like super large. It's like probably. I mean, you can try, yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to jump on his back.
Yeah. Okay. So you spend about half. Okay. Yeah. This will be your action and pretty much all your movement to do this. But yeah.
Okay. What am I rolling?
This is gonna be a grapple check.
Grapple.
Yeah. So this is your strength versus his athletics, or
So just a regular strength check.
So it is it's a regular strength check.
Yeah. You're raging. You get
you get advantage.
14 plus 1 with my lucky ring. 15.
All right, it is a versus his strength. So no. You jump on his back. You take the chains and just like manage to get them around the front of the snout and kind of pull back onto where where you think the neck is.
Dope.
Cool. And why do I think
I'm gonna try to direct him back up the other way, up the stairs.
Okay. So can
I do that?
You begin trying to pull and turn him around. Make an animal handling check.
Sweet.
As this thing is like just currently thrashing
22.
about.
That's a thing. Animal handling.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. You get him to turn around. You're now on its back, and it's now facing the stairs at this point.
Dope.
All right. This brings us to the shaman's turn. Oh yeah, what?
No, I'm just saying. Woo! I'm riding a dragon thing.
All right. This brings us to the shaman's turn. It is in the aura. Jeska, go ahead and roll your spirit guardian damage. I believe it's 3d8, I believe.
We would know what she was asking.
I'm getting really good at this. No, I was saying I think it's 3d8, and it totally is.
Yeah.
And then plus anything? Nope.
13, nice.
Another fucking crit fail in there.
So 13 damage. All right, so as Bean is just there, just flapping its wings, boom, just this divine burst of platinum energy just burst out from it, striking through striking through the shaman. At the beginning of her turn, she is going to use. That sounds fun. Nope. Okay, that's confusing. That's scary. Where is it?
Lucis, you don't know that yet.
Huh. Okay. That's interesting. Let me try. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Wanted to see what that did. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry, new characters that I haven't actually fully figured out yet. Really? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry about this. This is why magic users are a lot of craziness.
Quick, players, make weird faces.
Fair enough. Okay. There we go.
You're bad at this, Rams.
I don't know weird faces.
Jesba, get it together.
I'm gonna love this character so much.
Okay. Cool. Okay. This character is going to, seeing this, is going to cast, is going to begin muttering a. It begins kind of like shaking, and like you hear bones begin to kind of rattle. Tonph, you begin to, you feel this kind of, you begin to hear these like, kind of around your ears, and you kind of start to freak out about what the fuck that is. So we're gonna do that, and she is going to race at. She's also going to reach down to her hip and take a shot at you with her crossbow.
Me?
Yes, at you, Tom. That is going to be a 17 hit.
17 will hit.
Okay. You take 5 points of piercing damage as an arrow just comes and embeds itself right in your armor. You then also take yep. Okay. So as it does, you're just like kind of like look up her and scoff, and then you feel as it's just this eruption of what feels like your arm just going completely limp and dead, basically just pulses throughout your body as black smoke kind of begins to wave up from where the arrow impacted, and you take an additional 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
You also have disadvantage on dexterity checks.
Okay.
Until the spell ends. Okay. That's her turn. That one is currently underneath the foot of Harshnag and takes an additional 2d6 as he's stomping on her. Yeah. No, she's just reduced to... In a very reminiscent, very reminiscent. You just hear this as Harshnag is just screaming and yelling this boom, boom, and as his foot crunches down on this other individual, you just hear this sound as you just watch this kind of just blood and pulp just go everywhere. That one is dead. Right. All right. This brings us to, I believe, how do you pronounce your name?
Lucis.
Lucis. Brings us to
Loosest?
you. Loosest.
Lucis.
Like the loosest guy in the netherworld. Neverwinter.
Lucis,
Got
you're
some
up.
plans for you.
Now, can I cast somatic spells while restrained by these chains? Are they long enough?
Another spellcaster.
I'm gonna say yeah. Sure.
Sweet. Lucis says.
Any attack roll that you have against you does have advantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and your speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from the bonus of any speed. So.
Oh, I don't need speed. Lucis kind of looks over at Jespa. Hey, check this out. And I'm going to cast Misty Step, Quickened.
Yeah.
Misty Step.
Misty Step, yeah.
Now, is this true footage on the map? The distance?
Yes.
It's like this is 50 feet.
It looks weird, like it's smaller.
Damn.
Yeah, check what out? I'm waiting.
And she's on the floor, right?
She's
on the
not.
ground?
All of you are still laying on the floor,
Yeah.
except for Brontor, who has just gotten up and actually been able to get like around, like his chain around the neck of this dragon
on the
looking
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the lizard guy.
Then I'm going to appear right here,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay. Cool.
In this direction to hit him and this guy.
All right. Yeah. How much damage is that equal to?
Nice.
24 damage.
Is there a saving throw against that or not?
There is.
What's
DC of 14, Dex.
Dex saving throw. All right, we get the Dex on here. So 15, so 16 for the main guy, and that's gonna be a 9 for the other guy. So
the first guy takes 12, and the second guy takes 24.
Nice. So as your body just turns to vapor, Jeska and Brontor, or Jeska, you watch his body as he gives like a sly little wink, and just his body just turns to vapor, and he appears you watch as the vapor just kind of moves and ends up solidifying back on the ground as he's standing there. He turns around and just unleashes from his chain hands this bolt of energy, just arcs over your head, striking through the first guy and just right off to the second, and ends up striking straight through the first guy, and with this loud, thunderous crash, just straight to the next guy behind him. Damn. Fair enough.
I bend down to Jeska and I say, "See, wasn't that cool? That was pretty cool."
I love this guy.
It was cool. Okay.
All right.
I love this guy.
All right.
He's great.
And it's here that we're going to take our 5-minute break, guys.
No.
Whoa.
Do we want to do the switch real quick?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I'm gonna encourage us to make that switch if you guys are
I'm
down with it.
I'm muting Skype going into Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute Skype as well. We're in your Discord, Shadowhack.
All right, cool. Good to know. Mute that up. Switches over to Discord. Push to talk. So I knew it was push to talk. Am I in my Discord? I am not. Okay, now I'm in my Discord. Hello.
I totally
There we
turned
go.
off video for the.
Did I do the thing?
Cody, you're still
Yeah.
echoing, so make sure to mute yourself in Skype.
That's muted.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
All right. And Zach, you're muted. Oh, you get your
He's doing his
Go to
thing.
the bathroom quick. I'm gonna make a bag of popcorn.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And yeah.
Hi. Welcome back. Welcome to the Riot Sessions. If you're hi chat. I haven't really had a chance to really look at you because things have been happening. It's been very bloody difficult for me to watch all of this because that's a lot of stuff going on.
Mhm.
Holy crap. Welcome guys to the Riot Sessions. If you're new to the channel, hey Alfie, how you doing? Glad to see you drop by. How you doing tonight? Chat, how are you guys? Storms, what's up? Reed, what does the party consist of? We have a Dragonborn Cleric, who is a Cleric of Bahamut. We have a Human Blood Hunter, which is played by Cody. Ramsbug plays our Dragonborn Cleric. I'm the Blue Ranger, is playing a half-orc Barbarian. Tonph Underwood, who is played by Shadowcawn, is our halfling ranger, I believe. And then we have our wonderful, amazing Zach, also known as Not the Lane on Twitter. He is playing what appears to be a tiefling spellcaster of some form. We do not know yet. And of course, I am your DM. I play everything else under the sun. It's crazy.
Do you know he has some kind of thing in his head that he's talking to? It's weird.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Also, Rat Squad.
Rab Squad. It's Rab Squab to you.
Oh, you'll see.
Guys, if you're new to the Riot Sessions or to D&D in general, to kind of give you a bit of a rundown of what we do here, we are a bunch of just really nerdy ass people. A lot of us are streamers, content creators here on Twitch and on YouTube, and we like to just play. We have this. 20 weeks ago, we decided to say, hey, who wants to play Dungeons and Dragons? Because reasons. And surprisingly, all of us were very excited to jump in and, start running through this module in this game. So of course, we all cry a little bit inside. Yeah. Mostly me. Because I have no idea where they're going to go. But the Riot Sessions kind of evolved from that, and we have just been playing, and they are running through this world, this crazy, insane world of danger and fantasy and epicness, and they are currently working on wrecking through these horrible barbarians at this point right now. Guys, I'm Shadowhack90. We normally do this over on my channel, which is you can find at twitch.tv/Shadowhack90. Shadowhack is spelled HAC. I'm glad to see that many people were dropping by and checking this out. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. D&D is a mostly shared storytelling, so we get to just hang out and tell an amazing adventure together. Also, make sure to follow me on YouTube for past broadcasts of the Riot sessions and possibly something new coming this week. That will only get put up on, that will only get put up on YouTube. So make sure to check that out. I also stream here on Twitch Monday through Fridays, starting at 9 a.m. in the morning Eastern time, and then we do Riot sessions here on Sundays at 7:30 Eastern every week. It's a good time. Let's go to who wants to go next?
No.
Who hasn't gone?
No, nobody.
No one. It's just me.
Hi, I'm Ramsbug. I do not stream, but you'll see me around Twitch. I mod for many channels, including this one you're on, as well as Shadowhacks and several others. I'm a professional Twitch viewer, and I love everything about streaming and gaming. You can follow me on Twitter, where I often post where I'm viewing and who I'm checking out and what community that I'm seeing what's up and seeing what they're about. So that's at Ramsbug. And yeah, this is my first session with D&D, and it's been awesome. You'll find me here on Blue Ranger's channel on Wednesday nights. We do a podcast called Weekly Apologies Podcast, where we talk about Twitch, talk about games and gaming, and then we apologize for all the shitty things that we've done throughout the week. So check us out Wednesdays at 8. That's 8 Eastern on this channel that you're on right now. I'm the Blue Ranger. Whoever wants to go next.
Let's go down the line. Cody.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Codybedrock 36. I'm a affiliated Twitch streamer. As you guys haven't noticed already. Feels good to say that. And I do the thing, try to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, play all kinds of video games. Really excited about the new Injustice video game coming out this week, a week and a half from now. But yeah, it's gonna be super awesome. I love fighting games. I love first-person shooters and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to come by, give me a shout, say hi. And
you're gonna have that on PlayStation, aren't you?
Yep.
I was gonna say you should hook up with Hug. Hug is really excited about Injustice 2, but he's on PlayStation or on Xbox.
Dang. I don't have
Bummer.
Xbox.
It's all
That's
right.
okay.
He doesn't have a PlayStation, so it depends on how you want to look at it.
Right, we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah,
Say, hey,
right.
What's your favorite move? And he'll be like, "Hey, I like this guy, and he does this thing."
It'll be great. You know, that conversation will be legendary.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Were you all set there? I kind of
Yeah, I'm all done. No, you're good.
Okay.
That was it. That
Well,
was
since
my
I'm
spiel.
next in line, I'll introduce myself because that's
Now to the
kind of
Blue Ranger.
What's going on, guys? If you're watching right now, you're probably on my channel because this is one of the outreach weeks where we're on my channel, or you're on my YouTube channel, or you're on Shadowhack's YouTube. If you are, hi. But I'm a variety caster and part-time entertainer here on Twitch. I stream Monday through Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the weekends, I'm trying to stream at 9 a.m. both Saturday and Sunday. We play a variety of games. We like to call ourselves the Blues Crew. Our chat is called the Break Room, where you can just kick off your shoes and relax. We just like to have fun. We play all sorts of stuff. And we do a lot of stuff for charity and a lot of stuff to help each other just like grow and progress. And I think we do a really good job. So thanks for stopping by. Make sure you check out all these other wonderful people, both on Twitter and on Twitch, except for Zach, because he's a monster. And I had no reason to say that. I just wanted to see how he'd react. That was good. But anyway, I'm going to pass it over this direction to this beautiful, handsome, awesome man named Shadowcawn. Tell us where you're from.
Where am I from? Not death, like Geth.
Oh, he did.
Too soon.
Too soon. Way too soon.
But hi, everybody. I'm Shadowcawn. I do stuff on the Twitches. We play video games pretty much throughout the week. We do Monday nights, we do story games and Cards Against Humanity. Tuesdays, we do Spoopy Tuesdays. Thursdays, we're on PS4. Fridays, we're on Xbox. And Sundays, we are right here on the first week of the month. And on the rest of the month, on Sundays, we're on Shadowhack90's channel doing the D&D stuff because it's super fun and we love it and we love hanging out and doing all the fun stuff.
Love it.
But yeah, like I said, we all recently got affiliated. All of us here who are content creators, we've been super excited about that. I think we actually did introduce the Bit Cups here tonight, so you can see those to our sides, and really cool stuff. So thank you guys for hanging out tonight, and I'll turn it over to the man with the voice in his head, Mr. Not the Lane.
Don't we all have voices in our heads though?
You have multiple
No.
voices
Yes.
in your head.
No, that's
Yes, we
that's
do.
not a thing.
Yes.
Wait, I meant yes.
Anyway, hi everybody, I'm Zach. I was Geth, and now I'm Lucis.
He was Death, and now...
Furious. Exactly. I am reborn. No, I'm not reborn.
No.
I'm a mysterious spellcaster from far-off lands. Well, I don't know. I can introduce myself however I want.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am on @NotTheLane for Twitter. I tweet sometimes, here and there. I am a non-affiliated, non-streamer, so
You and me both, buddy.
boom. That's right. So if you want, follow me on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet some stuff.
Or don't.
I think they're funny. You might not. It's whatever, man. And I'll go back up into the corner. Let's see, it's that direction.
We have to learn all new directions now, guys. This is hard.
We do have to learn new directions.
I go by this
Wrong way,
way's window
Shadowcawn.
and this way's door on the screen.
Yeah. There we go.
So that direction
Yeah.
to Shadowhack 90.
Yeah.
That moment Rams is shouting herself out.
I meant to shout him out, but I copied my own link. So that's stupid. Sorry. I'm the best mod.
I love it.
Hashtag mod status.
Hashtag mod status. Better mod than I am. I've got more things I gotta deal with. All right. Is that everybody? Everyone do their thing?
Well,
Yeah.
Any other little announcements or things that we want to promote? Or we?
Jen.
Play the game.
Oh, okay.
Play the game. If you think there's something that happens that is play the game worthy, clip it and put it in Discord, either my Discord or Shadowhack's Discord. We haven't done one in a few weeks because we haven't had one. Last week there was probably one to be had, but then Geth died. So thanks for being a buzzkill.
Thanks, Geth.
There was about
Yeah,
3
thanks,
last
Geth.
week.
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 good play of the game moments, and Geth died. So there was that.
Ruined.
Ruined it. Also, like I said, we've got the Bit Cups up now. If you go to their channels and you tip, if you're on PC, obviously on mobile this ain't gonna work, but if you're on PC and you want to drop bits, any amount, they will show up live on camera. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Awesome.
Jessica, what do you think about that?
I'm just doing a mic check. This
There
is
you
my-
go.
what I think about
100% better.
Okay,
You
cool.
sound delightful.
This is what I think about this. Okay, right, mic check.
Good. All right.
Good check, good check.
Yeah, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the new overlay as well. Wanted to just finally,
Yep.
I like this thing. Looks amazing, and
She's
I
a
want to
beaut.
thank. I personally want to just thank Blue and Shadowcawn for all the help and support that they gave me and continuing to help all of this continue to evolve. So thank you guys and everyone who's part of the cast and gamers. I love you guys. So let's try not to die this week. Let's try
It
that.
looks gorgeous.
So getting back into it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. We're next part of this. We are at the Berserkers turns.
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy's not happy about that. But he is right next to Jeska, who is currently laying on the ground. So he's going to you're restrained, so I think everything has advantage. Yep, cool. Yep, okay. So he's going to make an attack roll against Jeska. That's going to be a... let's see, that's going to be a 20 to hit.
It hits.
Awesome. That's going to be a grand total. And D12. Wow, that rolled forever. it's gonna be a total of points of 9 slashing damage as he takes his great axe and just rakes it, basically rakes it across the center of your body. He's then going to take the javelin that Dryden threw at him, and he's just gonna chuck it straight back at Dryden. And with a 11, that's not gonna hit, I don't think.
Can I try to catch it?
Yeah, dexterity check.
Who all needs to roll for the bean?
He's out. I've got it. I can see who it is. He's outside of the range.
Oh, okay.
You got a 17.
Yeah, not hard. Not too hard. It gets a little farther, and you catch just the tail end of it, but you do manage to catch it.
Even if it's clumsy or whatever, I catch it and I go, yeah, it is going to be like that.
All right, rest of the Berserker's turn. This guy is going to get his 3d6 because he's under Harshnag's foot. And that's going to be another 9, 10, 11, 12. That's another 12 points of damage to him. As Harshnag is just like, come on! And just jumping up and down on this guy. Like, he's just, and just like, he's just getting pounded like farther and farther into this little crater in the ground. Right, so that's that guy. This Berserker is going to make an athletics check, see if he can jump down. He does. And he's going to land right here behind Dryden. This one is going to do the same thing. Jumps. And falls flat on his ass. And ends up having to use the rest of his movement to stand up. Because attacked. These two are going to begin rushing down the stair. They're going to come down here, and they're going to take 2 shots with hand crossbows at one at Tonph and one at Dryden, I think.
Working it.
All right, so the first one is going to be so the one against Tonph is going to be a grand total of 25 to hit.
Damn.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, 23 to hit.
Yeah, no, let's still hit.
Okay. All right, so you take 6 points of piercing damage. Okay. Yep. You take 6 points of piercing damage as another arrow just kind of hits you, or kind of it kind of bounces off your armor. It's definitely like hit, and it's gonna leave a bruise tomorrow, but damn, that hurt. The other one was a 2 to hit Dryden, so nope. That one as soon as you just catch the javelin, you watch as this other individual just pulls up a crossbow, fires, and you just spin the javelin in your hand and just knock it out of the way. It goes flying into the wall.
I laughed just like I just did.
Yeah. This Berserker is going to come up behind Dryden and start swinging away. Nope. Yeah, that's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah. So he runs up and just goes to smash you like on the back with your great axe. He actually ends up hitting, but he hits with the flat side of the blade rather than the actual axe portion, like with the actual sharp portion, and it just kind of hits. You don't even react to it. Your head just turns, and it's like almost like there's just a fire red in your eye as you just glance back at him, and he goes, "All right, beastie, come on." Dryden, you're up.
No.
Uh-oh.
So is his axe still like against my body?
It's just against it's basically like against the back of your shoulders at this point. It's like somebody just took like a giant like frying pan and tried to whack you in the back with it.
And I go, no. I just look at him. I'm holding this javelin out, and I'm like, oh no, I just spun it.
Yeah.
I'm holding it. I'm like, big fucking mistake. Hang on one sec. Our playlist ended. Here we go. I was like, it's really quiet. I go, big fucking mistake. I drop that javelin.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad to have nearby. And I pull out the hand axes.
Okay.
And I have no idea if this is gonna work.
Yeah.
But they have those stones in them.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work.
Yeah.
But like flint and steel, I smashed them together.
Okay.
Just to see if I can get them to electrify.
Okay.
I don't know if that works.
Are you
But I
attacking?
turn around.
Who are you attacking?
Spinning straight around to the guy. There's a guy hitting me with
Okay.
a great axe. Who
All
do you
right.
think I'm hitting?
I'm just checking. I'm making sure.
And I turn around and I just take one of them and just put it right into the side of his head.
Okay, make your attack.
By the way, I think it's unspoken, but I've been raging this whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that it was unspoken. 17 to hit. Whoa. Wait, what? Oh, that's the dex hit. 23 to hit.
23 to hit.
23 to hit,
Yeah.
and it'll do it'll be 12 damage.
All right.
Now, if there's an electricity bonus to that, I have no idea.
Okay. So as you spin around and just pull out the hand axes, you don't even like pull them out. You just kind of flip them up in the air. You drop the flip them up in the air. You catch them with the opposite hand and just shing. As you do, there's just this like crackle of electrical energy that just crackles from both of them, and you feel empowered. Like you feel the electricity just burn through the air. The slight smell of ozone just as the energy just crackles over your head, and you just straight to the temple. He manages to bring up his arm just to block it, but it like cuts straight through the forearm with the electricity charge. Go ahead and roll another 2d6 worth of electric damage.
Yeah.
It works.
No.
It works.
It works.
This guy.
Oh shit! Another 9 damage.
No.
You just cleave straight through his forearm, boom, and he just lets out this as his hand just and just drops down onto the ground, and it's just a bleeding stump. He's just like and he's just screaming at this point. Still have another attack.
I look him straight in the eye and I say, "I told you that was a mistake." And I take the other one and just put it right into his skull.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead.
It'll be 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
It'll do 8 damage. Am I doing 2d6 of electric on this?
Another
as well?
2d6 for the electric.
Oh, that's beautiful. That'll do a total of 17 damage.
Nice. So this one, you just as soon as cleaving off his his one hand, you just bring the other one up, boom, and just straight. You aim for the head, but your aim is just a little off, and you just cleave straight through where the shoulder is at, and the axe is just the hand axe just embeds itself in there. The top portion of like the shoulder just kind of like seems to like it's about to pull off. It's not quite. It's still hanging on, but barely. That's damn. Okay.
Do I have a bonus action?
Yeah. Is you've used your attack, and yeah.
I don't know if this will count. Can I just kick him in the chest?
Yes.
for fun? Sure, why not?
Yeah. I kick him square in the chest to like basically removing my axe by removing him.
Yeah. He just goes flying. He just goes flying back. Not even like still within melee of you, but he just like goes flying onto the ground, and he's like trying to like kind of like pull his shoulder back up with like the stump that his arm. And it's like, it's like you just see blood just gushing everywhere. It's bad news bears. Top of the round.
Does he take bleeding damage?
You don't know.
Fair enough.
Brings us to Harshnag's turn. He's going to reach up. He's gonna finish stomping on this motherfucker first. Oh, by the way, like the echoes that Harshnag is just screaming out during all of this it's reverberating all over the place. It's really loud.
Is he screaming out like profanities and stuff?
Yeah, you don't understand it because most of it's in. Actually, no, Tonph, you understand it because it's in giant, and it's just like giant profanities. You hear him just going like Yaksamla, Yaksamla, and like he just ends up like you basically hear you motherfucking bitch, get back here, I will. Like it's the word. Like he's like cursing up a storm. It's fantastic.
Tonph is like the mouth on that one.
Harsh. Did you kiss your mother with that mouth?
This guy. Okay, so Harsh does like a full 24 points of damage to.
I do not want to meet Harsh Mom. I'm just gonna put that out there.
And you just hear this. Another sickening as his foot has just decimated this other guy. All right, so Harshnag, kind of looking at what's going on here, He's gonna bum rush. I think he's just gonna rush straight forward at the two berserkers who are on the other side. So do. All right. So I need for everybody to make dexterity checks.
Oh no.
Nothing.
And you said I have disadvantage on those?
Believe so. Yes, you have disadvantage on that.
I'm already grappled.
And the people who are restrained, you also have. You also have disadvantage on it as well.
What if I'm on a lizard? Can I try to direct the lizard out of the way?
Hold on. All right, I didn't realize how much shit I had to do. Okay, so Dryden rolls a 10. Okay. Brontor 16.
Wait, no, I have an 11.
Oh, you have an 11? Okay, cool. Jeska with the 10. Brontor with the 16.
Yeah, it's actually a 9 because of the disadvantage, but whatever.
Fair enough. Thanks for the 9. Okay.
Ooga.
Nope. All right, so I'm just gonna roll an average for these guys. A 4 and a 5 back to back.
Yeah.
Good. Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. Yes. Now that's what I like to see.
Mm-hmm. Tasty.
Okay. So as Harshnag is just like finishes stomping on these two individuals, he just lets out this giant yell and roar and just like begins sprinting, boom, 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 straight down the hall, bum rushing past all of you. Tonph and Dryden, you both take. So basically, anyone who did not roll a 10 and up. Anyone who did not roll a 10 and up takes 7 points of damage.
I took 11, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
You're not dead. You're unconscious. So, boom, 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 boom. The rest of them end up taking 22 points of damage as Harshnag just bum rushes these two and pushes them straight through into the next room, breaking through the doors as he just scoops them both up and just slams them through the doors. Yeah, these two guys they just go out of your field of vision at that point. Okay. All right. This guy also oh, Harshnag gets the how do you want to do this? Okay, fair enough.
How do you want to do this, Harshnag?
He just as the lead guy just has the javelin hole. He's just looking all over all of you and he's just like, you little sons of, and he just and doesn't even get the word out. It's just the foot just right on his head and just squishes him. Yeah, he's dead.
Rat Squab.
Right, the wormling also takes.
Rat Squab.
Almost.
Ram Squab.
Ram Squab.
All right. Bean disappears. Because you are unconscious. And brings us to Jeska. I would like for you to make a death saving throw.
How?
So roll a d20.
Yep.
Just roll a d20.
How are the cards? Guide me.
Okay, you got one success.
Yeah.
You've got one success. You're all right. You're not bleeding out. You're not you're not dying. You got one success. You're good. Okay. All right. Tonph.
I've been crit failing all night.
Don't say that.
All right, Tonph, you're up. What are you doing?
Jinxing yourself.
All right. Wait. So did my dude die? The one that's marked?
I'll tell you in a second here because I didn't drop all their damages yet. 24.
And Rams, you healed me, right? You gave me some health points.
Holding on, barely.
You got 6 the last time.
Okay, so I'm at 16 now.
Yeah, it's holding on barely, but like
okay,
she looks weak. Oh, she actually has to roll a concentration check. Nope. You feel as this like this weight just kind of lifts off your shoulders, and you're just like, that was weird, but you pay it no mind as everything else seems kind of fine at this point.
All right.
But you glance around, and everyone's just kind of knocked to the sides at this point. The doors are open. Harshnag is just in the next room, just still screaming profanities, wailing on whatever poor soul he's wailing on at this point. What do you do, Tonph?
I'm just gonna... I'm gonna shoot this guy first. This guy first.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, that's the one I had Hunter's Mark.
Okay, yeah, that guy. Oh, okay, that one's... Okay, yeah, no, that guy died. So you can move your Hunter's Mark then.
Yes, okay. So if that's the case, I'm going to transfer the Hunter's Mark to I assume the lady right in front of me.
Gotcha, cool.
And then I'm going to Ensnaring Strike her.
Yeah.
At second. No, I'll just do first level. So first level Ensnaring Strike.
Yeah.
There's that, and blah. So that's a 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So she'll have to do a strength against 13.
So as you fire the arrow, the arrow just bursts into this whip of thorns, and with a single point, as it does, it just impales her straight through the chest and just wrap, like you just watch as the thorns just tangle all around her, and you hear this come out from her, and you feel the Hunter's Mark not have a focus anymore. It's still there, it just doesn't have a focus though.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to transfer the Hunter's Mark to the dragon-looking thing.
Yeah, that's still up. Yep.
Okay. Now is Brontor on?
Brontor is on said dragon. Yes.
Yep.
Actually, you know, change. Do I see the guy right next to Dryden?
Yeah, you see him laying on... No, he should be dead too. That one? Yeah, because Harshnag ran him over pretty much.
Okay, so that guy's it. So then do I see the guy to the right?
You can see the other guy, yeah.
All right, I'm going to transfer my Hunter's Mark to him.
Okay.
And we're going to sharpshooter him.
Cool, go for it.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, so that'll be 19 plus, so 21 damage.
Nice.
To him.
Nice.
And that'll end my turn.
Cool. All right. Shamans are dead, so fuck that shit. Berserker. This brings us to Brontor.
Who's left?
The dragon thing and a berserker thing, and or another human that's farther over. But you're currently riding this bucking like lizard creature.
Yeah, can I try to tame him a little more?
Sure. Animal handling check that shit.
Another animal handling?
Yeah.
7. Shit.
Yeah, it's just bucking. It's bucking hard,
right.
and you're just trying to maintain and hold on at this point.
Can I try to get the chains into his mouth?
Sure.
Try to break him from there or something, or get a hold of his snout.
Make a strength check.
Saving throw. Stand by.
I need a hero.
16.
Yeah, you managed to actually kind of get like the chains like almost into his jaw, and you feel it snapping. It feels very, very cold. It's just like...
I'm gonna try to steer him towards that guy down there that has the Hunter's Mark on him.
All right, cool.
And try to see if I can get him to go that way.
Okay, cool. All right, good to know.
That's about it right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Lucis, you're up.
Oh, goody. So now that guy's dead, I'm gonna turn to the last guy.
Yeah.
Minus lizard creature.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Poison Spray.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna quicken it as well. So he's got a Constitution save of 14.
With a natural 14, yeah, that he saves it.
Damn. So he takes no damage from that.
All right, so
then I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Yeah, go for it.
Damn it. A 10 to
Your
hit?
spells are very loud.
Nope.
Oh well.
So
It was worth a shot.
as you cast the poison spray, just this purple gaseous, this purple gas just erupts from seemingly gets conjured out of thin air just around this guy, and he's just like, what the, and just kind of starts swiping at it, and you hold, and while he's kind of like distracted by that, you take a moment, you focus like with a red bead of energy that gets conjured in the palm of your hand, and it goes just straight off towards him, but the poison spray is just, it's affecting your shot, and it just goes zooming off. In the back of your head, you hear a you can aim better than that.
I know.
I love this.
This guy is going to race over here, and he's going to attack the elf.
I thought that guy was dead.
Nope. Is he dead? No, he's still like five. No, he's
Got
not.
a big X. Oh, that's a hunter's mark.
No.
There's an elf?
He's attacking the tiefling.
Bring it.
With a, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 12. God damn it! Where's my? There we go. Fuck. That's a 5 points of slashing damage as a sword just comes racing out and just cuts straight across your robes.
And I say,
and your cloth,
you
but
activated my trap and cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
nice.
You've activated my trap card.
Charisma save.
Really? All right. That's a 17.
He
Well,
saves
sorry,
it,
that's a
so-
16.
Yeah, he saves it. So 7 damage or 8? Rounded up or
8.
down?
It's
8.
out.
We bang him an 8.
8 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
So as he slashes across my chest, I hear the laughing in the back of my head as it grows louder and louder. And then I gain a smile on my face as well and say, haha, this is for the misses. As in,
Yeah.
while I'm talking, where I never mind.
Yeah, gotcha.
I surround him by fire. As the fire engulfs him from below, it singes his flesh and burns all of it off until he's a skeleton.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you're as the laughing just in the back of your head becomes your own laughter. You say these words. Your eyes flash with this bright fire, and you feel a slight tug at your waist before this person in front of you, just his face goes as flames just erupt around him, and you just hear him go, and he just engulfs in flames.
I like to think that was
Brontor's like, ooh.
it was synonymous to
Raiders.
Evil Dead 2.
Oh,
when
okay.
He's like,
My brain went Raiders of the Lost Ark for that, but yeah.
Oh, that one would be another one too.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
wait.
You're still currently on a bucking
Yeah, I'll try to do one more animal handling
Yeah,
check.
you got one more animal handle check here, dude.
Come on. 13.
It bites down hard on the chains. You feel the chains snap. Your hand's free. It slowly stops its bucking and just seems to enter like a calm state as you are just sitting on it.
I say, good girl. And I get off and I pet its snout. It's like, good girl. Easy.
It's really cold.
But with the frozen.
Yeah, I'm letting you know. It's still really fucking cold, but
Yeah,
yeah.
cool. So is it?
It seems in a state of
Responsive to me?
calmness. It seems in a state of calmness for right now.
I say, come here, girl.
Doesn't really respond or move. It's like you're standing next to it, so it's like just kind of gives you this awkward look.
Okay, so I get out in front of it. I said, come here, girl.
It just kind of seems to open its mouth, yawn, and just begins kind of chasing its tail for a moment, and then just plops down, kind of like almost as though it's like its head and snout in its hands, and just its yellow eyes are watching you. Like
It had a leash before, right?
Yeah.
Can I try to grab the leash to see if it'll come with me, and just be real nice to it?
Okay, so you got the leash. It's a longer leash, but it seems to be just like it seems to be very content to lay where it is at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, so I'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna walk over to Jeska and use my last healing potion.
Yeah.
And give it to her.
Yay!
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that up.
Oh, and I also scavenged the a-hole that stole my hammer and take it back,
Oh yeah, of course.
along with the other items that they have.
Yeah.
6.
So Jessica, you're back up to 6 HP.
Hurrah!
I want to attentively watch what the halfling is doing.
Yeah.
What are you staring at?
So can I do something now that I'm not dead?
Nothing.
Yeah, you come to Jessica. You come to consciousness.
Who are you?
As Tonph is currently standing over you, with an empty vial that seems to have just been poured your gullet. You have like the strange taste of like cinnamon in your mouth and down your throat right now, but you seem a little less worse for wear. Your body's really sore, and it's like it feels like you're just waking up like with just like after like sleeping on basically rocks right now.
I'm gonna go into a deep meditation and call upon my divinity.
Yeah.
And I can only go to half, I think is the most I can give myself.
Okay.
But up to 30, so I'll give the rest to... let me find out how much the rest will go to Brontor.
By the way, once I give the potion to Jeska, I knock another arrow, and I stare at this tiefling.
Yeah.
And I'm just ready to go.
Yeah.
So Brontor can
I
get
stare at the voice that he keeps talking to.
8. Thank you.
Right.
I look at this tiefling and say, who are you?
I'm going to cast Disguise Self to take the appearance of the small halfling in front of me.
Oh shit!
You just watch as his form as still chained. He just like mutters something under his breath, and his hands just move very shortly, and you just watch as his form just shrinks down, and you're looking at a mirror image of yourself, Tonph.
Okay.
Well, still chained, not holding a bow or anything, not looking aggressive. He's just kind of
Did I
devious.
just see this happen?
Like a slight devious smile across his face, but that's
I
about it.
say, well, I'm you. And then I walk around. I turn around and I start walking around the room saying, I'm a halfling. I'm a halfling.
All right. I say in halfling, again, who are you?
I understood that.
I'm a halfling.
Do you speak? I mean, I don't know.
Lucius,
I-
do you know that language, or
I do not.
so?
So
No
that
response.
being said, I'd like to walk over real quick and say, "What are you? What are you?"
I was chained here.
No, what are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
And so I dispel Disguise Self. And I take a bow and say, Lucis, sorcerer extraordinaire at your service.
Extraordinary, and yet you can't get out of chains. Great. This is the kind of person I was hoping to pick up today.
Well, I was hoping that the mist would have gotten rid of these.
I think the little lizard guy could get rid of those.
I
Yeah,
take
me.
my net arrow that I have.
Yeah.
Like that Geth made for me.
Yeah.
I take it and I release it right at what was it again?
Lucis.
Lucis.
Lucius.
All right, I shoot it at Lubis, and I let it go
Okay.
right at Lubis.
Okay. Lubus, make a Tonph, make an attack roll.
Lubus.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
And it's just a netter. It's the netter. So.
Yeah. Lucis, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'll let it happen.
Okay, you just let it happen. Cool. All right. So the arrow just it goes and then just kind of explodes, and just you found yourself just still in halfling form, just covered in a net.
Well, no, I just spelled
Oh, you just spelled that? Okay, so you are now just entangled in this net at this point.
Okay, and then I'm going to cast Misty Step again.
Uh-huh.
To hopefully get rid of the net. If it leaves the net behind.
The net drops down to the ground.
And I appear behind the halfling, and I bend down and I say, "You must be Tonph."
You're still chained, but yes.
Yeah.
At this reaction, I'm gonna take my short sword that I have on me and whirl around at him.
I'm sorry. One more time.
I said, at hearing him right behind me, I'm gonna take my short sword that I have on me and whirl around back at him.
Another attack roll.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Are you dodging out of it, or are you gonna? Well, you don't. Well, you can't. You can't because it's just you go to dodge, but the sword just right across your front, right across your front. You feel a little bit of blood just begin to trickle down your chest.
Oh, no. I ask you one last time, who are you and why are you here?
Does it?
Look at Tonph, Brontor. Look at Tonph trying to be tough. This is adorable.
Get him, Tonph.
You get him. You
Get him, buddy.
Yeah. Go. Get him. Get him. Get him.
How much does the halfling weigh?
40 pounds?
40 pounds.
It's pretty tiny.
Close.
Close. But no cigar.
Does it really matter who any of us are?
Yes.
Yeah, it matters. It matters a lot.
It does matter?
Lucis, you hear in the back of your mind.
Yes.
These seem fun. Let's have some fun.
They do seem kind of fun. I mean,
Whoever he's talking to has a good idea of us.
Yeah, we're fun. Guy in your head.
I mean, they hurt, but yeah, they're fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Like look down at my shins where they're cut. And I say, fine, you halfling jerk. My name is Lucis. I come from lands far away, and I've traveled many other lands. And these barbarians apprehended me? Let's go with apprehended. After a valiant struggle.
Yeah, looks like it.
It wasn't that valiant. You kind of were sleeping and they picked you up.
They don't need to know that.
We don't need to know what? We don't need to know what?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Are you keeping secrets from us? Because we have a lot more sharp things than you do.
I just got my hammer back.
Surprised how many secrets I have.
Oh, God.
Are you going to tell them?
Maybe.
Maybe what?
What? Maybe what? Who are you talking to?
No one. Who are you talking to?
Jessica, can you tell him? Can you make him
talking
do
to
the
you.
honesty stuff? Do you have like an honesty thing?
I do have the honesty thing. I cast the honesty thing.
I believe she's
yes.
referring to Zone
The
of
old
Truth.
honesty thing.
I believe you're referring to Zone of Truth.
That's the one.
See, I
And
don't
while we're
have
talking,
to know
while we're
the name
talking
of
to
it.
him, I keep looking back at the lizard to see how I can coerce him.
It's literally okay. We'll get to that in a minute. Lucis, I gotta learn a new name. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy.
I knew that was going to be the case.
Hi.
Hey!
He rolled a 2.
Rolled a
I was
2.
gonna say the one
Fantastic.
chance where your charisma's not gonna save you.
Okay. Lucis, you feel sorry, sisters
Compelled to tell us everything.
Sorry, sisters came into the room and one of them was on Skype on the phone, so now I totally broke my immersion. Okay. Lucis and anyone who is in a 15-foot radius from Jeska.
Well, yeah, I'm right next.
So I actually need for
Jeska.
everybody who is within that 15-foot radius of Jeska.
Am I still grappled? Can someone cut me out, please?
I need for everybody who's within a 15-foot radius of Jeska to make that charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm gonna learn so
Constitution,
much.
sorry.
I'm gonna learn so much.
So Tonph, you're not affected.
Eat it.
Jeska, what's the DC? 14? 13?
For my...
What's your spell DC?
I can do that.
Storms, what's her spell DC?
13.
Don't ask Storm.
13.
Spell DC is 8 plus proficiency bonus, which is
13.
3 plus 1. So 8
12.
plus 4.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13, gotcha. Okay. So Brontor, you save it. Tonph, you save it. Why did you roll that twice? Oh, that was... never mind. Brontor, you don't... Okay, Brontor, you don't save it. Tonph, you do save it. And then Dryden, are you within the 15-foot or are you not?
No.
Okay, good to know. Okay. So Brontor and Lucis, you are both affected by this, and you cannot you cannot lie. You feel as she casts this spell, you both feel this compelling urge to tell the truth to whatever she asks.
I've still got my sword like pressed up against.
Yeah, against the
Lucis.
shins. I got him. Yeah, I gotcha. So,
What do you want to know, Dragonborn?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, how to do this.
You know, you guys could have just asked nicely.
No, we
We
did.
did.
And you decided-
Cutting my shins?
You disguised 3
Lupus.
times.
that is not.
Guys, Lupus. It seems that you're speaking to someone outside that we can't see.
No, I'm not.
Outside of this.
I'm not doing that, no.
Lupus.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
who's Lucas?
Do you know this person? Do you know
Yeah,
them?
I know this person. Of course.
Is this an actual person? Is this you?
I approached the conversation.
yeah.
Person is a weird term. I don't think he's a person.
Is this a nice person or a not so nice person?
He's
I feel like it's not a nice one.
Let the man speak, Brontor.
Sorry, I'm trying to tell you the truth.
I mean, he seemed not nice, but he gave me a book, so
Oh, I like
That's-
your book. What book
that's
is
kind
this?
of nice. Yeah, and so I reached down and grabbed the book. It's a pretty nice book. I like it.
Where'd you get it?
It was this weird place that I got it. I remember a long time ago in a place far, far away, I think. It was dark, kind of scary.
So you don't remember the physical place?
I don't know if it was a physical place. I mean, I was there. There was stuff there, including me and the stuff. But I don't know if it was physical. I felt yeah, you can feel like you're a nice person.
So what about you? Do you think you're a nice person?
I do, yeah.
Not you, Brontor.
Nice person.
You never want to talk to me.
Do you like doing nice things?
When it's convenient.
What would you say out of these options is your favorite? Fame, money, goodness, for the sake of goodness, friendship.
Fame, goodness, for the sake of goodness, or friendship,
Or money.
or money. Oh, friendship, I'd say. Out of those,
Okay.
I don't really have a need for money. What? I don't. No, I don't.
Nathan, am I the only person that can ask questions while he's under the spell and answer truthfully?
I think that he'll answer truthfully to you.
Gotcha. But he can still answer untruthfully to others.
I think so.
Verbiage. Any affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie. Such creatures can be evasive in answers as long as it remains within the bounds of truth. They cannot speak deliberate lies when they are within this radius.
No matter who's asking.
But they can bend the
asking.
truth.
Yeah.
And still be truthful about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rad Squad.
Yes.
I forgot our actual names, so I had to go with that.
You don't know what that is here, Lubus. You're not welcome in the Rad Squad.
I do know what it is. The book told me.
How?
Our friend Lupus.
What book?
Is going to be telling the truth.
What, tell me more about this book.
How did the book tell you?
What about Lupus?
Shadowcawn, aren't you
He's
in
gonna be
the
telling
whole...
you the truth. You're welcome to
I'm
ask
not
any
affected by
questions.
those.
He's not affected. He saved against it.
I'm not affected by it.
All of you are asking such confusing questions.
I grab his book. I jump and grab the book.
Okay, you're now hanging from the book.
Okay.
My hip shifts a little bit toward him.
Is he really have a good? He's still handcuffed.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you're still still if you want to try and yank it from him, make a strength
I walk
check.
over and take
I'm gonna
the book from the
I'm gonna yank
tiefling.
it.
Okay, you take the book from the tiefling.
So 17.
Yeah, you take the book from the tiefling. Tonph is still kind of hanging from it, and as you do, the chains to his waist grow taut as the chain is connected to the book.
So
What a chain.
I jerked
So
toward the half
the chain that's keeping him chained up is also chained to the book.
Different chain. Okay, so to
It's
paint
like
the
a
picture,
wallet chain.
there are manacles that are holding him. Like, he's got a little bit of give with that. Like, he's got a little bit of give. He's manacled at the wrists and at the ankles. So is Brontor. You're still technically manacled at the ankles, and Jeska, you're unless you got out, you're still manacled at both of those as well. However, the book has a chain that has a chain that actually loops through it, and the chain loops back to the tiefling Lucis's hip, and as you kind of yank the chain a little bit, Lucis kind of jerks with it as well.
I'm just gonna open the book and start looking through it and start seeing.
Okay.
If I can discern anything.
Tonph,
if you find anything in there, let me know. I've been trying
to Tonph, hold on real tight for me for just a second, and I pull out the hell and I cut the chain.
Okay. You pull out the hell.
Or just his? You leave
Huh?
The chain connecting the book and the hip.
I kind of like the idea that Jeska's kind of chained up, and I could just leave her to her own.
So Dryden, you're attacking.
devices.
So Dryden, you're attacking the chain that's connecting the book to the hip.
Yes.
Okay.
Lucis starts swaying back and forth.
Okay.
Like he's listening to music.
Okay. You take your axe. You go for a large swing, and as you hit, there's this resounding kung. The chain is not damaged in any which way.
Would you mind?
The hell is not damaged in any which way.
Okay, so it's chained to the book?
The book? Yeah. So it's book connected to Lucis via the chain. And you just attack the chain that's in the middle. Neither are damaged.
Okay.
It's not damaged.
I'm sorry, Tom. Hold on again. I take the book, and I'm holding onto just the book, not the chain.
Yeah.
I look at Lubus, and I say, I'm going to rip the chain off of this book.
You can try. I've tried for years. I've never been able to get it to work. No sort of magic or blade has ever cut this.
So the leather that binds this book is uncuttable.
I believe so. It's been tried.
I give it a little tug. Just a little tug.
Lucis goes kind of towards you. And
what do you call this book?
The book seems to, doesn't really give...
What do I call the book?
Doesn't really give too much give.
Yeah.
What? I think it's a journal of some sort. Is it a journal?
There's no response.
It's a journal. Yeah.
Hey, Lupus.
Okay.
Lupus.
So
I'm gonna start
I go
reading through the book.
here. I hand the book back to Tonph, and I go try to find a wall sconce.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Lupus.
Make an investigation check, Dryden. Tonph. And Jeska, we'll get to that in a moment. Tonph, as you open the book and start flipping through it, it's just blank.
Blank pages.
Blank pages.
All right. I look back at Lucius, and again I say, "There's nothing written here. How do you know of us?" And I drop the book, and I knock another arrow, and I just press it right up underneath his neck.
Okay. Jeska, what were you
He's
asking?
gonna tell the truth. You don't have to threaten him like that. Lupus, does the person you're speaking to that we cannot see, do they have a name?
Yes. His name is Therisden.
Therisden.
Yeah. Some people know him as an old one. Some people know him as the chained god, but I know him as kind of a jerk that lives in my head.
I would like for Jeska and Tonph and Brontor to make perception checks.
God damn it.
So I'm looking for wall sconces.
Yeah.
Dang.
Tom's got it covered.
Yeah, Dryden, you're able to find one.
I am laser focused.
It's like 50 feet. It's like 50 feet up, and probably weighs more than you do, but yeah.
A sconce?
Yeah.
It's a heavy sconce.
But you have to understand, I can carry anything. So 50 feet up is a non-issue.
Tonph, as you're currently standing there with the arrow knocked underneath, a flicker of movement catches your eye, and you glance down towards the book, which, when you dropped it, was shut. It now lies open, and there's a little bit of scrawl across where it is opened.
All right, can I read?
Do I notice it as well?
Yeah.
No, look, it's writing again. There's another entry.
What does it say?
What are the languages you know?
Common, Halfling, and Giant.
It is some language you don't know, and it is 3 words.
What about Abyssal?
Still some language you don't know.
What does it say? What Tom, what does it say?
What are you trying to tell me, Theris?
I don't think anybody's name is
The Whispers.
Tom, what's it say? What's the book say?
I can't read it.
What language
For
is it?
fuck's sake. I walk over to the book.
Yeah.
Nathan, you might be typing. Okay. I was gonna say you might be typing to everybody.
I got it.
Can I read it?
Oh, not this again.
It's those 3 words.
What again?
It's certainly not this.
What?
What's what? Sorry.
What does the book say?
What does it say?
What are those words?
The book's mocking me again. It keeps asking me the question, what is freedom? I mean, are we all free, really? I'm certainly
Right now,
not.
I'm still chained because no one wants to help me out of these chains.
Shut
You're
up,
not free.
Jessica!
The only thing
my hands
that
are
I know is that Geth just died. I walk in here, and there is a tiefling.
Geth?
Geth.
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 Oh, no. I've been reading them wrong this entire time.
Geth just died.
Just died?
Yeah.
He is dead.
Who's the big guy?
That's
Harshnag?
Harshnag.
Harshnag?
At which point you hear a loud voice come from the other room that says, "Hey guys, you might want to check this out."
I would love to, Harsh. Can you come unchain me because none of my friends want to help?
Harsh, leave her alone. She needs a timeout.
Dryden,
What
give
does
my
the
foot
book
shackles.
say?
Dryden, Dryden, give him a
Oh,
foot
yeah,
shackles.
you got it. No problem,
Foot
Brontor.
shackles. Yeah.
I go over and I just cut him free.
Yeah, Brontor, you're free.
Yeah.
You've got
See
all
if
your
I
stuff.
ever help you again, Dryden.
Maybe you just need a timeout. Okay, you ever think about that? You ever think about that?
Dryden, one more.
I'm not sure about you yet.
Oh,
Fine.
come on.
Okay. I'm not
I
sure.
go- I
Okay,
go over
I
to the
pick up his book.
lady.
Can I read his book?
What languages do you know?
There's one that I'm trying to kind of keep on a DL. I whispered you a language.
Yeah, I already sent it back.
Damn. Okay, I can't read it. Fuck. Well, I mean,
I know your other languages. No.
damn. All right. I was really hoping. I was like, man, one of these days, something's gonna come up and it's gonna be that language, and everyone's gonna be like, "You what, mate?" Okay, so I have no idea what the fuck this is. What is freedom? I'll tell you what freedom is. What I have. So you're good where you are. I go over. I Brontor cut free. I cut Jeska free and go, "You're welcome." And then I head over to Harsh and say, "Don't cut the fucking tiefling free, or I will cut you."
Do you have freedom though?
Were you yelling that at Harsh?
At everyone.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, what were you doing with Harshnag?
I'm just going to meet him. He said,
Oh.
"Come see what's up."
So you walk. So Dryden begins walking up the stairs through the double doors. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look still at Lucius, and just as dead as I can be. Can you be trusted?
I think so.
That's not good.
I need a yes or no answer right now.
Yes, I can be trusted.
Lupus, I need one last question before I release you from the spell and give you back a little bit more freedom. Do you have any immediate goals or any long-term goals?
For the record, I cut her free, say nobody cut the fucking tiefling loose, and the first thing she says is, "Before I let you free, let me ask you a couple
Let you
questions."
free from the spell.
No,
Free from the spell.
From the
Free
spell. It's from the true
free
spell.
From the spell.
Okay.
Free from the spell.
Dryden's had just about enough of everyone's shit today.
Immediate goals? These chains are a good start.
Okay.
Not a good fan of them. Long-term goals. Oh man, that's an odd question. Remembrance? Yeah. Remembrance.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else to ask of our new friend before I release him?
Go ahead, I've got
Your
answers.
Freedom.
How many penises do you have?
Just one. Just one of them.
I can't trust a man with one or with
You're in the other
zero or
room.
two penises,
Dryden, you're in the
so-
other room.
Dryden said not to let him go. Well, you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
So
From the spell, we went over this.
Yeah.
Since we're here, Brontor,
Yeah,
you like your ring I gave you?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's real cool.
I'm gonna follow Dryden.
Thanks.
The
All right, so
chain.
Jessica follows Dryden up the stairs.
I
Tonph
just sit here with.
Oh,
Lucius.
I'm actually gonna carry Lucius. Can I carry him?
you're gonna
Oh, he's
reach.
chained.
No, just leave him.
Is he chained to the ground somewhere? Or is...
No, he's he's just manacled. His hands and
Okay.
his hands and his
Yeah.
feet are manacled. He can't move.
I'll carry him
Yeah.
with.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Jessica just kind of reaches up and just begins carrying Lucius with him or with her.
I still
How
just keep an
tall,
arrow.
how tall is the tiefling?
How tall are you?
I am 6'1".
Fair enough.
Oh.
Okay.
Another tall one, eh?
Brontor, you're no longer restrained. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Tonph. So Jessica kind of like Dragonborn handles the tiefling and begins just carrying him up the stairs, following after Dryden and Harsh into the next room. Brontor and Tonph, what are you guys doing?
I'm just arrow knocked still at Lucius. I don't trust him.
Are you following it? Are you following? Or are you okay? So you following Brontor?
I really want this lizard to be my friend.
All right, make another animal handling check.
I want him to be like my buddy.
Do you need help with that? Oh, I guess we can.
Well,
Nope.
doesn't look like he's gonna do anything with me.
What do you do?
Animal control.
I say, hey pal, I'm your friend. And then I open up my hammer, do the Crimson Rite, and put the cold hammer onto his skin.
Okay. You reach forward, touch the tip of the hammer to the snout. There's this type kind of sound as like just frost breath just erupts kind of from the front of it. Seems to be a mutual understanding between you, but nothing more than that really at the moment.
All right.
It doesn't really...
I say, well, buddy, I'm just gonna leave you here for now. You've had a long day, and we'll come back for you.
Its eyes just blink at you.
Okay.
All right. So you follow the rest You follow the rest through the large archway, 60-foot.
And I turn back to see if he's looking at me.
Just follow. Its eyes are on you, unblinking.
Oh.
As you walk up the stairs through the 60-foot tall door into the next room. It is here that we will pick up next week on the Riot Sessions, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm very curious to see how Lucius turns out. I like him.
Just because I feel like I need the credit where it's due. I spent like an hour and a half today setting up that 4-person scene.
That was amazing.
We're never gonna use that again. So it was just like, no, I'm fine with the fact that we're never using it.
You don't know. You don't know if we're gonna use it again. One of you might die again.
Somebody else might die.
Wow. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Shadowhack.
I'm just telling it like it is. This world is a dangerous one, and
Sessions is looking for a new DM.
Judging by Brontor's track record, it's very possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, watching the Riot Sessions here live on twitch.tv/I'm the Blue Ranger, and on other weeks, twitch.tv/Shadowhack90. Everyone who's been watching on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out every single one of these wonderful individuals. Follow them. They are amazing and cute. Touch their booties. They're really nice booties. Guys,
at least decent.
Yeah,
at least decent.
Everyone who's been watching on YouTube, thank you once again for hanging out. If you like what's happening, please stop by. Please stop by our live streams. We do them every Sunday, 7:30 Eastern, and we normally go till about 10:30 to 11. And we love to hang out. YouTube, love you guys.
Bye, YouTube.
Y'all come back now.
Have a good one.